is Blackwood Fire Radio, radio for the 21st century.
Tell them that I need more. Tell them that we need more. Tell them that I need more. I woke up to this. This is Blackwood Fire Radio, radio Hamzambo familia, welcome to the Blackwood Fire Network Africa Today show. My name is Spikes and I want to welcome each one of us to this particular episode where we get to discuss different matters that get to affect us as a Black people globally with the aim of adding value to the conversation surrounding different issues that have to do with us. I see my brother Kevin Akoli. Thank you so much for joining us from Florida. I believe that you are still in Jacksonville, and I hope that everything is going on well with you and your family. And I also see Michelle. I think that is our sister Michelle. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. You're saying good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you too. We trust that you are doing fantastic wherever this particular day finds you. And of course, this is a Black Hotfire network. I always want to urge us really to visit the network website. It's actually www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And once you are on the website, you can be able to create your own personal profile. It's not difficult to do that. It's very, very easy. And the way you do it is actually clicking on this particular tab written. This is the login tab. And once you do, it shall actually prompt you on how you can put in your details, your name, whatever name you like to use on the network. And of course, you are able to connect to the rest of the family on this particular page, which is a show page. If you click on the show page, it will actually take you to the community chat. And on the community chat, you can be able to interact with the rest of the family. This is what I'm talking about. You can actually log into your community chat once you are able to, once you have signed up already. And I want to appreciate every one of us that has been supporting the Black Hotfire Network. Of course, we stand for Black media, and we are all about the truth. And I do hope that you get to gain something from the information that you share with us on the Black Hotfire Network. And of course, we do have blogs on the website. We do have podcasts. We do have a wonderful music that you can listen to. And we also do have shows that are actually targeted and of course a package that for you, and information that you can actually work on, really act on, not really work on, but act on. This is information that is actually that you can actually actionable information that you can also get to share with your friends and also your colleagues. For those that have been supporting the network monetarily, we thank you so much. You can still support the network with $5, $10, $15, whatever amount that you feel comfortable with. We appreciate your support and helping us continue with the work that we are doing. Of course, globally, because this is a global network from the homeland to the motherland. We are streaming live from our studios in Nairobi. And of course, we also do have our correspondents in Uganda. And also we do have a kid in Florida doing a wonderful, wonderful work. And before we start off the show, I want to remind us of our tour to Tanzania. This particular year, we shall be traveling to Tanzania. We do have our tour. It's not the very first time we are going to Tanzania. We have gone to Tanzania before. We were there last year in March, but then again, like I always keep on saying, the trip was cut short because of the COVID-19 global pandemic, and therefore we were not able to cross over into Zanzibar. But this year we aspire that when we go back there, we shall be able to, cross and get into Zanzibar and also see what's good in that wonderful country. There are so many things that Tanzania is known for, and one of the things is actually even the scenic beauty. We do have the Mount Kilimanjaro. Of course, which is a spectacular, gives a spectacular view. And of course, there is also game reserves, national parks, among other different interesting things. And also, Tanzania has been known to be a home for archaeologists. There has been a lot of archaeological discoveries that have been made in Tanzania, including the recent discovery that was made that involves some of the tools that were used by different people in Tanzania. And some of these tools actually are as old as 2 million years ago. If you're looking at African history, and then I believe that the place to go is actually Tanzania. You might be interested even in a little bit of archaeology. You will be able to find some of those particular things in Tanzania. And it's a place known as Gongoro. It's actually a place known as Gongoro, and also, we also do have another different place where there was, the discovery of some of the human footprints. And these human footprints, of course, they also go back to thousands and thousands of years. And therefore, like I was telling you on a previous episode of the 54 Corresponding Show, in Tanzania, there is very much to be found. And of course, this has to do with some of the scientists' findings in Tanzania showing how ancient human beings used tools 2 million years ago. Of course, we do have many shows on the Black Hotfire Network, and this particular one, we did cover this topic on the 54 Correspondence Show. You might as well check it out. I believe it's still on the platform, but this is an area that has been excavated widely, and a lot of information, historical information, has been derived from this particular area. But nonetheless, we shall not be going to Gongoro. We might not even get the opportunity to go and see this particular place where there has been so many vast archaeological findings in Tanzania. But I want to assure you that we shall be able to go and see what's good in Dar es Salaam. Dar es Salaam is also a very big city. And of course, I see there are some trolls today. I don't know what's happening, but I see the trolls. But nonetheless, we keep it moving. and this is a Black Hot Fire Network. And of course, to start as of today, there has been so many things happening, of course, in the justice, in the quest for justice for some individuals that, whose families were shot at during the riot that did take place in Kenosha. And we shall be talking about that particular issue of the gunman. That was a crazy gunman, Kyle Rittenhouse. We shall be getting into that particular one as we move on. But before then, I just want to touch on what has been happening, of course, with one particular school, and this is in Tennessee. What did happen is that there was one particular principal. We have been talking about the Black History Month, and we have, of course, I highlighted about some of the historical figures in Black history that we ought to celebrate. We have talked about the likes of Harriet Tubman and Henrietta Lacks, among other different individuals. But there was one particular teacher, I believe, in Tennessee, and she decided, this was a principal, this is actually the principal, and she decided that she wanted to have a theme for the Black History Month. And I guess what she decided the theme was going to be for the Black History Month. And I do not know, we are living in a time when I think there are people who are still as confused, you don't know even what time it is. But this particular Tennessee principal, she decided that the Black History Month theme for her was going to be All Lives Matter. That was going to be the school's Black History Month theme. And I do not, she actually did apologize recently, and she said that she was, of course, did not get enough time to think about the theme, and she was saying that she wanted to apologize because of not fully considering the text of that particular theme. And of course, she wrote the apology in a letter that was sent to the families. And she said the phrase, of course, was informed by another different phrase or another different motto of her school, which actually says where all children count. And therefore, she actually thought that it would be wise for her to actually call to actually make the theme as All Lives Matter. I do believe this is her causing controversy. It might be from a point of ignorance. I do not really understand from what particular point she decided to label this theme. But we have also seen, the other kind of a slogan, which is Blue Lives Matter, of course, in support of the cops. After the cops, of course, has come under pressure because of the killings, which involves cases such as George Floyd last year. And what has also been happening is that there has been different people also coming up with, the All Lives Matter, to say that it doesn't, Black is not, you should not use the phrase Black Lives Matter because it shows sort of gives a pedestal to, to Black people. But nonetheless, these, of course, being a Black woman, I believe, being a Black woman, I believe perhaps that particular theme was from ignorance. It was really, really ignorant, really, to come out and say and tell the kids that really what we do believe right here is that all lives matter, and therefore we should not even. I think this is also sort of discrediting and discounting the need for people to celebrate Black history in this particular month. When you say that the theme that you want to have for the kids in this school is All Lives Matter, then I think this is also, ill-informed, and I also believe this has very, very much to do with ignorance. I would actually also blame it on ignorance from that particular point. Derek Askin, thank you so much for joining us on the show. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing well, and this particular day is also finding you in utmost good health. And of course, apart from that, there has also been something else that has been going on. And of course, this has to do with another incident of shooting. And this particular incident of shooting, of course, did happen when there was a Capitol riot. And the people who actually feel that they should be continuing with the support of the Blue Lives Matter, I believe, are the same individuals that have seen no need to charge this particular individual for the shooting at the Capitol. At the Capitol, the Capitol officer who did fatally shoot a woman. They are saying that she will not be charged. And this is the officer. This was the officer who shot and killed Ashley Babbitt during the Capitol US siege. She will not be facing any criminal charges. Of course, on Monday, the enforcement said that the preliminary investigation did not find enough evidence to charge the Capitol Police, of course, who shot Ashley Babbitt, who was among the mob that stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Babbitt, of course, who was 35, was shot for trying to get through a broken window to enter the speaker's lobby. And of course, she was shot. And we were talking about this particular individual that was killed. And I was saying that she might even be made a martyr for white supremacists. Even if you look at the situations under which she was actually shot, it's not like she was in her house sleeping, or it's not like she was about, out in the streets going about her business and just got shot. She was one among the different individuals that were involved with the insurrection that did take place on January 6th. And we have not also seen Trump. We have not seen Trump also being held accountable for his involvement with that and also fueling this particular insurrection. But the lieutenant will not be charged. The lieutenant will not be charged. And of course, what has been saying is that Babbitt, who lived in California, was with the Air Force and Air National Guards for decades. She was also an avid Trump supporter and flew to participate in the protest against the certification of the electoral votes. She actually came all the way from California, and she decided to put in her money and get that ticket and go support, go support the insurrection at Capitol. And then she was shot, and right now the cop will also not be charged, and that is how it is, because this is white on white violence, you might call it. So this is a fight that did not have anything to do with black people. And that is why, if you remember correctly, there was one of the black rioters. I will not call him rioter, but he was just also a misinformed individual. Well, everyone else was released on bail. When everyone else was released on bail, the black protester who also was involved with the insurrection. Let me also try to remember. I think his name was Emmanuel. Yes, I believe we talked about this particular rioter, who was of course also involved in the same in the same situation. But for him, he was eventually denied bail. When everyone else was going home, they actually had to hold him, and he was denied bail. I believe you remember us talking about this particular incident of the black capture rioter who was denied bail, while many other participants were granted release. And I think his name was Emmanuel. I'm trying to see if that was his actual name. Yes, that was Emmanuel. That was Emmanuel Jackson from Capitol. Was of course from Capitol Heights, who was caught on surveillance joining the mob of the patriots who attacked Capitol Police. For him, there is a lot of a difference between these two individuals. Ashley and this individual. Ashley, of course, was shot trying to get in. This individual, of course, was not shot, but he was arrested. And what did happen with him is that he was denied bail. He was denied bail, and this is a kind of a reality check for him that he received. While everyone else was going home, for him, he had to be, he was denied bail. And like Kevin Colley says, this is how white supremacy works. And this reminds me of the quote. This actually reminds me of the quote by Nellie Fuller. Of course, he actually said at one particular point that if you do not understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works, everything else that you understand will only confuse you. And also, that also reminds me one of the quotes that Keith actually keeps on saying. I think that Keith also always keeps on saying that the problem with the black people is that we do not even understand what we are fighting. That is a problem with black people. And of course, that also demonstrates very, very directly white privilege at its finest. Sister Nishpenda, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. We trust that you are doing well. And I also want to remind the family that we do have the trip to Tanzania, and that will be in April, from the 12th of April. If anyone would like to join us, it's still not too late for you. We still have, the opportunity is still open, and you can get in contact with Keith and get the information regarding the arrangements, and of course also get to understand a few other different things to do with the accommodation, among other different things. It's not really expensive, and it's affordable. And of course, Mr. LBN will also be joining us on that particular trip. And I thank you so much, Mr. LBN, also for signing up. And of course, we are looking forward to a wonderful, wonderful tour, and also getting to experience Tanzania at its finest. Sister Nishpene Senamani Ndugu, and also Haki Sankofa, I see you. I do trust that you are doing well, and this particular day finds you in utmost health. And of course, I also want to remind us before we proceed that we also do have the Swahili classes over the weekend on Saturdays and Sundays. And as we're preparing to go to Tanzania, it's still a good idea for you to have at least a slight understanding or even an apprehension of Swahili. You know, it doesn't hurt for you to be able to have a little bit of an apprehension of the language, because you can be able to understand what is going on when you are in Tanzania. It's actually the national language, and it's widely spoken even in offices. If at all you were to go into an office, the language, the official mode of communication really there is Swahili, and therefore it's very, very much important as well. It's that you also get to learn a little bit of Swahili. I was sharing the story earlier on about the teacher or the principal in Tennessee who thought that Black History Month should be cancelled, and she actually made the theme of that particular the month, you know, to be all lives matter, which is really informed. But nonetheless, I want to go into another different story, which has to do with something that we mentioned, you know, sometimes back last year. Was it last year? No, not even last year. It was actually, I believe, this year, or you know, I believe that was, I think that was last year. That was last year. And what was happening with the story is that there was the issue of the contract with Black America. And now, of course, one of the individuals are pushing for this contract with Black America. That, of course, was Ice Cube. And of course, things went the way they went. And of course, he was talking about this before the elections. He was talking about the need to have a contract with Black America even before the elections that did take place in November. And so right now he is back at it. He is back at it, and of course he did say that there has been there will be a meeting taking place between Ice Cube. He has revealed that there is a meeting, that there will be a meeting with the Biden administration to discuss a contract with Black America. And of course he received a lot of a backlash. You remember, even not just Ice Cube, there was also Lil Wayne. But of course, you have already discovered that Lil Wayne was in it for himself. He was not going to meet up with a Trump for anything to do with the Black people. You know, at the end of the day, we saw him getting that particular, you know, he was actually pardoned, and by Donald Trump. And I think even when he was having that particular meeting with Trump and the conversation that they were having, I believe he was just in it for himself. But Ice Cube has actually revealed that the Biden administration has reached out to him on Tuesday to have a sit down between him and the president of the United States, which has been something Ice Cube has been trying to get to schedule for a while with the winner of the presidential elections, even weeks before the election was, you know, the election did take place. And we are yet to see, you know, what will happen with this particular one, because he has been criticized so many times, because at some point he was also expected to have a meeting with Trump. And it was seen as if he does not really know which particular side he is, because for him, he said he's not either Democrat or Republican. I believe that is why he was getting criticized, because for him, when he came out with a message, he said that, you know, he just wants a contract with Black America, and this does not matter whether it's with Trump or whether it's with Biden. He was actually saying that where the power lies, that is where the meeting will actually, you know, be. And like he said, there have been so many people who are not, you know, for the idea of this, you know, supporting his idea of the contract with Black America. I shared a little bit on the same, and I believe it has something to do with justice, some reforms in the Justice Department, among other different tangibles that Ice Cube felt could be delivered. I believe I shared that particular video of him mentioning on some of the things that he felt could be delivered perhaps within the first 100 days, you know, perhaps within the first 100 days. And he said there is not a real commitment with, you know, when it comes to the matters of Black people being addressed in the States. And therefore, if you remember correctly, he was giving his 2 cents on the same. And let me share this video briefly just to refresh what he was saying.
Ice Cube. So I know everybody's been checking out what's been going on. Yeah, what's cracking? It's the homie Ice Cube. So I know everybody's been checking out what's been going on with Biden, you know, his response to the black people we had on the Zoom call the other day, you know, we all knew what was going to happen. You know, we've seen this before 1,000 times, so it's no surprise. I think everybody on the call have kind of knew what was going to happen. I don't think anybody was surprised. You know, this is why you try to hold people accountable before the election. You know, not saying that he won't do some of the things. Matter of fact, I think Biden seemed upset because it wasn't nothing new. It wasn't no new request. It was the same thing they had been talking about the whole election. Police brutality, voter suppression, and, you know, at one point he actually said it's the wealth gap. And that's what I've been saying, it's the wealth gap. You know, we got to figure out how to get money in black people's hands. It's simple. And so, you know, here we go again, too. They're about to give out a lot of stimulus. I'm hearing about everybody about to get what they're about to get. I don't hear shit for the black community. Like, where is the black bailout? Where is the black bailout for all the businesses that we've lost, the businesses that's hurting? You know, where is it? I mean, how much of that money is going to go towards those businesses? How much of that money is really going to get in the hands of people who don't have a great banking relationship? Because that's what happens with most of that kind of money. Whoever has the best banking relationship gets the money. So these are the questions we need to be asking. I think we're getting real caught up in a lot of other stuff, especially when it comes to the black family. There's a lot of infighting going on. You know, it's a lot of, you know, I'm just seeing a lot of black people talking about other black people on the internet a lot. So we got to cut that shit out. Even our woke black people, you know, even the ones that's woke, you know, are starting to kind of talk about each other when don't nobody have a formula to crack this shit. Anybody saying they got the formula is a goddamn lie. We got to do this as a collective whole. We got to do this as a unit. We got to figure out how to unite, work together. You know, our black folks that's out there pushing the right program. You know, find a way to unify with other people like yourself, which I know you're doing, but you know, I just see a lot going on that shouldn't be there, and that's what they want us to do. You know, they want us to fight against each other and not, you know, get at the real issue. So let's focus. Let's figure out, you know, what they doing and, you know, how they gonna get this money to the black community.
And of course, that was a good question. Where is the black bailout? But nonetheless, at the end of the day, at the table, I don't believe there is even, you know, anyone asking that particular question. But there has been the said meeting of Ice Cube. He said to have a meeting with the Biden administration on the conversation revolving to do with the matter of, you know, the contract with Black America. So, Jambo. So, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear. I couldn't hear for you a second.
Jumbo.
1 second. Jambo, I do trust that you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We trust that you are doing well. Yesterday, we were discussing a matter to do with Denver. You know, there was one particular, there are 3 teenagers that have been charged in connection with arson. You know, they went and burned down the house where, you know, a family of immigrants, West African immigrants were living. I don't know if you heard about the story.
Yeah, that actually occurred in the neighborhood of one of my ex-girlfriends, like less than a block away from her house, where the Senegalese family got five of them died. I think it was like three people were jumped out of windows on the second floor or something. But
Yeah.
one thing that what I heard about that was they were real hesitant to use the word racism
Yeah.
because the Senegalese, for some reason, like a lot of the immigrant community, they don't see themselves as black first. They see
Yeah.
themselves as Americans trying to make it, and the all on the news and everything. The last word I ever heard was racism. Was racism as far as this being a racist attack that was motivated by them being black. And I believe the even though they haven't shown their faces, I believe the teens that did it are either Hispanic or white. And yeah, it's sad. It was a crazy situation because I know children lost their lives in that whole scenario as well. But that's something that's been going on here in Colorado or in the Denver area that's unspoken. They try to paint this picture that this is a modern city, that this is a liberal city where they're accepting of all types of people, and that's a lie because we know the foundation of this nation is racism, and it doesn't matter if you're in Missouri or if you're in Montana, or racism is unilateral in this nation, and it's something that until we actually address it face first and look at it, what I'm saying, in the eyes. You can say you're this, you can say you're that, you can say you're Muslim or you or whatever, but when it comes down to it, we need to unify as a family and address our enemies face first, head on, and stop turning our back to this and burying our heads in the sand.
And when you're talking about the issue of these immigrants also seeing themselves as in the pursuit of the American dream and wanting nothing to do with to do with the association with the black people, I think it's also something that will be of big damage, to us as a
Yeah,
collective. Because if you go as a Nigerian and see yourself as a Nigerian and you want to be Nigerian and then you want to get assimilated into the system, and you don't even know what the system is and how the system works, then at the end of the day you might become the victim.
yeah. Like one thing, I was speaking to one of my Ethiopian friends the other day, and they were telling me about this genocide that's going on in the Tigray region, and how the prime minister of Ethiopia has invaded the Tigray region along with insurgents from Eritrea, and how they're raping women. They raped a 12-year-old autistic girl, killed her in front of her grandmother, then raped the grandmother. The grandmother begged to be killed. They won't kill her because they want her to suffer. So basically, one thing I know is that the Eritreans were basically the coons that sold out Ethiopia during World War II and sided with Mussolini. So the fact that the prime minister is working with Eritrea would mean that the coons have taken over the country right now, and it's a pretty dismal situation what's going on. But likewise, here in the United States, and we have a large Ethiopian population here in Denver, they're quick to set themselves aside from Black Americans, from foundational Black Americans. They're quick to let us know that they're not us and to look down on us. In fact, when I've dated Ethiopian girls in the past, I've actually experienced more what you would call racism or whatever you want to call it, bigotry, than I have when I dated white girls when I lived in the South. You know, to date an Ethiopian girl here in Denver, it was more of a tumultuous situation than when I dated my oldest son's mom and I was at Mississippi State University. So, and she's a white girl. So, like, it's crazy with these Ethiopians. It's really crazy. Like, they don't want to be seen as with us. They don't want to be, the Ethiopian males. They condemn the females that they date, African American males. It's just crazy. But meanwhile, the Ethiopian guys, they can have the run of the lot with African American females. So it's a lot of nonsense, but it causes division. And now, when it comes down They're looking for us for some assistance to support them, but they've isolated themselves, so they're not going to get any support from us.
And I think
Hello,
they only want to.
hello.
I think they only want to come for the support when things are not going well, because you go into you come from. When things are not going well. Keith, is the mic on your end, Keith?
That's on my end.
Yeah, I believe it's on your end, or maybe it's yours end. I'm not sure.
Go ahead and put my.
I mute mine when I'm not talking.
I want to share this particular video that I shared yesterday regarding the Tigray conflict that is happening. The lady was talking about it briefly, and then we shall go back into the matters of the day.
I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Tigist, and I'm here today to talk about, unfortunately, the crisis in Ethiopia, particularly in Tigray region. I wanted to make this video to the Western world because this crisis that's been happening for the past month, over a month now, in Tigray region hasn't been given the attention it deserves. I think mainly because the information that we've been getting is just mainly from the government side, which is very sugar-coated, very not true. What's on the ground and what they're telling us is completely different. It's not what's going on. They're making it sound like everything is under control. They got this. The war is over. We're okay. We got our people. We're taking care of our people. But that is completely false. That's not what's on the ground of Tigray. People are dying every day, and people have no electric, no internet, no money, no food, no medicine. Like the worst way you can treat people, Tigray people are being treated at this time, and it's just like an ethnic cleansing is happening right now. They getting to these people any way they can get to these people. Like they stopping medication, they stopping food, there's no water, there's no electric, there's no money. They can't even get their money out of the bank, so they can't even buy anything to if they
That is a little bit on the situation in Tigray, and I think it's also the same tribalism and nonsense are going on. People seeing the other group as another different.
For Mumpy Dapper, we want Mumpy Dapper to stay safe. We want Mumpy Dapper to make sure he's staying safe, man. Mumpy Dapper is in Ethiopia. Stay safe, Mumpy Dapper. Make sure you aware your surroundings. I don't want you getting knocked in the head and taken up there and somebody just ethnic cleansing on you, brother. So be safe. So, you wear your surroundings, Mumpy.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it counts as an ethnic cleansing. They say it's they use the word I don't even know if it's a genocide, because these really are the same people. They killing one another. You know what I'm saying?
The same people, so exactly right.
The ones that are committing,
it's only exactly right. So I mean, catch. I'm trying all this. Everybody's a different ethnic group. They're not a different ethnic group. Motherfuckers be 500 people. You're a different ethnic group. He's a different ethnic group. Get out of here. Go ahead, Zoe.
In
different ethnic group. Go ahead, Zoe.
Yeah, that's like Mississippi invading Alabama and killing all the Alabamians, and they calling it an ethnic cleansing when they're the same people. You know?
It doesn't actually make any sense. Zoe also brought these up to attention. The woman are recycling these plastic waste. Can share on the same, so.
Yeah, I wanted to know, have you heard about this, Spikes, with you been in Kenya?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard about these the lady recycling the plastic waste into bricks. I just heard about it right now when you shared these.
Because see, this is the thing. They basically tell you how this woman creates these bricks. They tell you the formula. Now, when I hear about certain things that are innovative, they always want to keep a secret of what the recipe is. They want to keep everything a secret of what the procedure of how they're making this. They basically tell you how this woman is creating these bricks. I don't know if she has this process patented or not, but they basically pulled the rug out from up under her by posting this article and giving out her secret, because now anyone can recreate what she's doing and completely run her company out of business. This is what I'm
Because they're gonna
saying.
steal it.
Like, we have to protect
Exactly.
ourselves. Exactly. We have to protect
Them
ourselves.
Zungu gonna steal it. Them Zungu gonna steal it. He gonna make all exactly right. Them Zungu's gonna steal it. They're gonna become a billionaire, make all the profit. Tell this Kenyan woman to go kick rocks while she's eating goddamn turtle soup or some shit. While she's starving. That's exactly what they
Why
gonna
do she
do.
got
That should have
blonde
been kept
dreadlocks?
secret.
Is that what y'all do with your
That
spikes?
should have been. I don't know. Her mind's messed up. We can,
No, I think she might not have patented it. I highly doubt that she has taken any patent for it. I highly doubt. I think she hasn't.
while working on. That's what's up.
And
this
I'm
is
saying they're gonna steal
it's
that.
sad.
Go claim it as their own. Yeah. No, this is called African naivety. This is called African naivety over and over. It's African naivety. It's like they don't understand when you create something that people are going to take it from them. It's this not everybody's everybody. It doesn't matter. Well, when you say it doesn't matter, they're going to take it and make billions off of it and have you in straight poverty. It does matter.
Yeah, even
y'all.
while we're speaking about this, Spikes, I can see on your face that you didn't consider what we were saying. Like, these people can steal what she created and take her idea right away from her. Like, we as a people, we need to realize the evilness, the conniving ways of the European. That they cannot be trusted at all. Every single thing that they do, they guard us away from knowing their secrets. We never know their secrets, but yet they know all of our secrets. We're all too eager to show them how to do soul food recipes and how to do all the latest dance or the latest thing that black people do. We always sharing this with our open enemy. Then they take it, they usurp it, they make billions, if not trillions, off of it, and leave us broke.
They monetize it. Yep, they monetize it. They get away, Dusty. They get his ours. They monetize it. What that lady did is I'll tell you the brilliance of the African. What that girl did is brilliant. They're gonna steal it. They're gonna make millions of dollars. They're gonna make billions of dollars of it and tell her to go kick rocks. That's a patent. They don't share none of their patent trademarks with us. That's why even Coca-Cola is a patent trademark, Spikes. You get locked up forever. Trying to steal Coca-Cola's trademark.
They have actually made up all those franchises where they have actually made up also all those other franchises. For example, the KFC that also has a patent. Actually, there's an echo on your end. There's an echo on your end, kid.
Well, I can't do nothing about it, Spikes. What you want me to do? Then I can do.
Let me see what I can.
Let me go hit the. Let me go dig up the kernel and steal the 11 herbs and spices for the Kentucky recipe. Maybe that'll stop the echo.
There must be something.
Yeah,
do you hear the echo? So?
I hear it whenever you like whenever it's coming from whenever you speak or Spike speak, but I hear it coming out of, I don't know if it's your side or Spike's side, but I don't hear it when I'm talking. Oh yeah, I hear it now.
Let me do this.
I hear myself.
Let me check that out. How about now, Spikes? How about now?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's way better.
Jumbo family.
Yeah, you actually fixed it.
Yeah. I had to find me a European. I had to find a European who stole my patent and say, "Hey, get my damn patent in it," and now it works better.
Hey, wasn't it a brother that created something in Africa, and in a couple of days, a week later, he died, and then some European came and patented his the same concept? What was that? It was like some type of
As
energy
always,
or,
I don't know.
or water
That's a bunch of
filtration. Yeah, it was
yeah. That's
bad.
always. I
They
don't
said
know.
he had an accident. He like fell off of a building or something stupid that didn't even make sense.
I
You
think that
know,
was. I think
they always, they always have accidents when it's billions of dollar inventions and $1 billion ideals. he got he got stampeded by a bunch of elephants. Some crazy shit.
I I think that was. I think you're talking about some Nigerian who did have. I think he had a company going on well for him. Then he was murdered. Probably it's the one, or maybe it's also another different one. But nonetheless, I wanted to get the comments from the family. I see Sister Michelle was saying that Ice Cube sounds depressed. You're saying Ice Cube sounds depressed on that particular one when you're talking about the black bailout. He was asking where is the black bailout, and Haki Sankofa says there is no black bailout, and it does not exist. And yes, I agree with you. But they are saying that
Nope. There's no black bill coming. They don't.
he has revealed that he will be having a meeting with the Biden administration over the
It
contract for
doesn't
Black
exist,
America.
and we're never gonna get it.
And Sister
We're
Monica,
never gonna get it because they flooding us with these Mexicans and other Guatemala. Oh, go ahead, Spike.
I believe at the end.
Go ahead.
I believe at the end of the day, that's a long shot. Even having this particular meeting, it might not actually, amount to a lot. The outcomes of that particular meeting, we'll just see what how that particular one goes. Grand Rising, thank you so much, Sister Monique, for joining us on the show. And also, Haki Sanko for you saying Amani Dada to, I think that is to Monique Hill. And also, Myci, let them hang down. Thank you so much for joining us. I also see Bombi Downfor. Thank you so much for being a part of the broadcast today. And C Johnson 712. I don't know if this is a Sister Charlene Johnson. It might be her or not. I haven't seen Sister Charlene Johnson from North Carolina, but I really hope that maybe she might be. This might be Sister Charlene Johnson. But if not, are you saying the haters on all their own? They were not taught that. And a unity will be forced on our people. Yes, I believe at the end of the day that the concept does not just come, even by just by voluntarily. At some point, I think we might, unity has to be forced on our people. And Abombi Danfa says, kid, don't worry, I'm good. I think that is in connection to, the life in Ethiopia and how things are going in the Tigray conflict. You're saying I see this company on IG. Are you doing the company making the bricks from our plastic? I did not even know about it myself. And Anish Pena, you're saying our people learn it to learn silence and quit talking to Mzungu because they'll actually take that up and actually own it. Chosen one, thank you so much for joining us the same piece. I do hope that you shall be joining us on the tour to Tanzania. I think you had expressed some interest. We are getting ready for that particular one, and you are still much welcome, Chosen one, to join us on the trip, and everyone else. And Techu Brown is saying they will steal it, and she will fall off her bridge by an accident. Exactly. And of course, they put out her formula on all these websites, and therefore she may not have patented. Mr. LBN, thank you so much for joining us, and also General Mosquito. You were saying that's a brother who fell over the balcony in his hotel room. Yes, I think that was a Nigerian brother. I think he was not. I think he wasn't Kenyan. And General Mosquito says, "Hey, Spikes, what happened to the Expo show? I still on. We still are working on getting it. Getting things together and bringing it back again." Nishpena says they are planning on our destruction. Stupid bailout. What stupid bailout are they looking for? That was a question, but nonetheless, there shall be the meeting and it shall continue. I want to share briefly a little bit on the matter of Black history. And, I just thought that I should share a bit of a clip by Rosa Parks on an interview, just in the spirit of Black history. And I said earlier that there was this particular teacher who has decided that Black history doesn't matter. And she feels that the theme of the Black History Month for her school should be All Lives Matter. That's the theme. She has actually apologized to all the parents in this particular school, and because of the theme that she had given to the kids, she was saying that All Lives Matter will be the theme for the Black History Month. But nonetheless, in the spirit of our Black history, let me just share these video. Of course, this has to do with the Rosa Parks interview in 1995. Briefly, and then
he was arrested on December 1st, 1955 for refusing to stand up on the orders of the bus driver after the white seats had been occupied in the front. And of course, I was not in the front of the bus as many people had ridden and spoken that I got on the bus and took the front seat, but I did not. I took a seat that was just back of where the white people were sitting. And in fact, the last seat, and the man was next to the window, and I took an aisle seat, and there were two women across. And we went on undisturbed until about the second or third stop when some white people boarded the bus and left one man standing. And when the driver noticed him standing, he told us to stand up and let him have those seats. He referred to them as front seats. And when the other three people, after some hesitancy, stood up, he wanted to know if I was going to stand. I told him I was not, and he told me he would have me arrested.
And of course, there's so many. Of course, there are different opinions on the boycott of the buses, whether it actually helped Black people in any kind of a regard. Whether there was an impact. There was an impact with that particular boycott of using the buses. But nonetheless, of course, that was Rosa Parks, and that was on her interview talking about her experiences on that particular day, and where she was actually told she would actually be arrested, for those particular front row seats. But nonetheless, I wanted to know perhaps maybe your opinions. Or do you think that the boycott actually had a long-lasting impact? Did it actually help make things any better for our people? Did it change? Did it actually change things for in the long run?
Did the civil rights movement change anything?
No, I'm saying that the boycott of the
Is that
bus,
what you're asking?
the boycott,
Oh,
the bus boycott.
what the bus boycott did, but as far as it was effective, but what it did was it showed the power of the black economic, as far as black economic power. It displayed that and consequently put a bullseye on that and provided the majority white supremacist society with a concept of dissolving that through um, ending segregation. So basically, by them seeing how powerful the black dollar was, and with the ability to shut down any sector within the industrial sector within this country, it pretty much scared white people and let them know that we need to do something about these black people's ability to shut down any business or any business sector. So consequently, they came up with Martin Luther King and his whole concept of ending segregation, which basically dissolved black economic power. So yes, it did have it served a lasting impact on society today, but not positively. Ultimately, it led to the destruction of black businesses and black economic power.
And I see George guy actually says that the bus boycott was a psyop, and you're saying that when we got the right to ride in front of the bus, the price to ride the bus went up, and they actually even made more money with that. I think
Yeah,
also agree that.
and also I remember Dr. Claude Anderson stating that his family owned a black bus line in North Carolina, and all across this country there were black bus lines. It was a separate, say it wasn't equal or say it was equal, but there were separate um, industries and separate employment that black people owned, black businesses owned and ran. And segregation, the end of segregation, dissolved all of those businesses because the white people didn't come over to the black side. The black people went over to the white side and gave all of their money to the white people, as opposed to the white people sharing and giving their money to the black people, black businesses. So, yeah, it was very successful with getting what they wanted to accomplish done.
And actually, Rosa Parks, of course, I believe would have actually turned 108, 108 years today. And there are different opinions regarding the boycott of the bus. Some people still believe that it has some lasting impact, while as other individuals are still believe that at the end of the day, white supremacy stood to gain from that particular boycott, on the grand scheme of things. But nonetheless, you're saying that the boycott has helped black the boycott helped a black-owned auto and a bus company, but led to integration and ability to sleep with whites, which has hurt us economically in the long run. That is also another good way to look at it, because it has some benefits, and also did have some down, some demerits as well. But nonetheless, I do believe that the movement, it did awaken some people. I think it did awaken some people to what was happening. But nonetheless, today Rosa Parks would have been turning 108 years old, because she was actually born on February 4th. And of course, she did play her part. She did play her part, and of course, we still, in the spirit of our Black history, we still want to acknowledge, her activism with the civil rights movement, and of course, the role that she did play. And of course, I also want to touch on something once. Of course, this has to do with the death of Cecily, and of course, what has been happening is that there will be a public viewing. There will be a public viewing of another icon, who is Cecily Tyson, and of course, that of course is slated to be later this particular month, and these will be from the 15th, I believe, from the 15th, and I believe that shall be taking place in Harlem. I don't know if are there any fans of Cecily Tyson. Personally, I have not watched most of her stuff, so therefore I will not really. I might not know much about her, but I do believe that
Oh man, Spikes. Hope you didn't freeze. Well, I know Spikes was talking about Cecily Tyson, and salute to the ancestor now, since she's in that realm. I don't really follow too many actresses or actors, but I know she was a first in Hollywood for blacks on the screen for a lot of things. Um, but something that I would like to discuss, that's a little more pressing and current is, so I saw this article the other day, well, actually, it was today, where an 84-year-old, and they had to put this in the article title, 84-year-old Taiwanese man was attacked and killed in San Francisco. So when I saw that, automatically I'm start thinking like, okay, why they have to put the man was Taiwanese in there? Unless if you can connect the dots with me, recently Joe Biden passed legislation, was an executive order about Asians being racially discriminated against. So that's why they had to put Taiwanese in the title. And lo and behold, they show the video of the man being attacked, and it's a black 19-year-old that runs up and pushes this 84-year-old man down, and the man died as a result of him being pushed down. The 19-year-old black attacker, which they were sure to put that all into the article, was with, I believe, his girlfriend, and her name was Malaysia Wu, which is an Asian name also. But instead of focusing on that, and she was also charged, but instead of focusing on that, they wanted to focus on this young black 19-year-old boy, saying how the increase of black on Asian and black on white violent crimes have increased. This is what I'm reading in the article. And some white guy actually had the notion to say that these young black boys, he wanted to know if this young black boy, or he didn't call him a boy, obviously they call him man, because at 12, 13, we grown men to them, worthy of being killed. In fact, I think the youngest person ever executed in this country was like 13 or 14, black boy back in the day they said he raped some white girl and killed her when he was innocent the whole time, but they killed him nonetheless. But anyway, going back to this, the white guy was saying he wanted to know if this 19-year-old's father was in the house. That's what he wanted. He had the nerve to put that up there. He wanted to know if the 19-year-old's father was in the house because of the increase of violence black males have been having against Asian and white people. So yeah, it's time for us to wake up, people, because they paying attention and they putting extras on stuff that's not even necessarily true. So this is Black History Month, which every month should be Black History Month and is Black History Month, because if history is something that is a constant, then everything that has occurred in the history of this nation should be always constant, right? Because it's just like, the person that invented the car or the car motor, you're forever and a day giving them kudos because we're always driving cars and always cars got motors in them. So why is it that all these inventions that we have created, that our ancestors have created, why is it we only hear about it during this 1 month for the most part? And why is it we only hear about certain people? It's because those are the
Shit having
approved
spikes.
safe Negroes. Say what, Keith?
See, what happened to spikes?
I don't know. He fell off.
Oh, how long ago? I fell off. I
Oh,
knew
Spikes fell off about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
all right, maybe get to come back on here. Yeah, because we didn't get to talk about the Rittenhouse guy, right? That the FBI is looking for.
No, I think they found him.
Did they find him?
Yeah, they found him this morning. I saw on the news where he had went to an undisclosed address that they didn't know about it. Talking about he had moved to a new location, and I think they're gonna try to he gonna try to play it up like his safety was in jeopardy, and that's why he went to this new address without notifying the authorities. And if his safety's in jeopardy, then the best thing they can do is lock him back up, right?
Yeah.
Put him in a safe place.
So that, yeah, it's funny how white privilege works. I tell you, you murder some people, your mom takes you to murder them. You get a few beers before you get a few beers up in you, or you decide to go kill people, and you're made a hero because you're white.
Yeah. It's just like when we was talking the other day. I don't understand how come this boy ain't even 18 years old. There's video and pictures of him being in a bar, being served alcohol. The bar didn't get a citation. His parents haven't been cited for allowing a minor to consume alcohol in their presence. It's all type of questionable stuff. So it's like the law don't really apply when you're white. You got the complexion for the protection to not only kill, but to steal and drink and do everything else. On top of, we know that this whole decriminalization thing that's going on, where they're talking about changing these prison laws and changing these and legislation regarding these prisons and shutting down private prisons. The only people that's going to benefit from that are these opioid addicts and these opioid dealers of the right persuasion. You back, Keith, or you gone?
I'm here. I'm here. I accidentally muted myself. I'm
You
talking.
did
I'm
what to
just
yourself?
muted.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I was muted. I didn't know I was muted. I was thanking BOB for the super chat. I was also signing up for the package that she gets as soon as I get to the house. Oh, I'm saying it's funny how uh, this guy's made like some kind of. Remember, they love vigilantes as long as they vigilante against non-white people. Like, remember Bernard Getz back in the 1980s on the subway. They shot those black people, supposedly because they would bother them on the subway.
Yeah.
But that was never verified. That's the reason why they had those fake ass, what they call the Red Angels, the something angels. What were they called?
Oh no, the guardian angels.
Guardian angels with them goofy berets. And every time they had to get, every time they got in conversation with black people, they got their ass whipped.
Oh yeah.
Every time they got in competition with black people, they always got their ass whipped.
Big Cheese says
So
Big Cheese says I can't get black brothers to see this war against us. And Big Cheese, I want to let you know, you're not gonna be able to get them to see that because the ones that don't want to see it is they scared. And fear is a very powerful tool, especially when you don't want to see something. You can sit there and entertain yourself with all the silliness of the world and never deal with the real work. It's just like a child that, saying, back in the day when you was in grade school, you get out of school, you're supposed to do your schoolwork. But for some reason, you done found all this other stuff to do. You want to go outside and play. You want to watch cartoons on TV. You want to do all this other stuff instead of take care of the work that needs to be addressed. That's the same thing with this war right now. Everybody want to play and be entertained with nonsense, but they don't want to do the work that needs to be done so they can be prepared properly.
and I agree with you, Big Cheese. We're oversampled with entertainment. Look at the big numbers on YouTube. No one's concerned about our survival, how to get a date, and celebrity gossip. I mean, it blows my mind. Celebrity gossip. You got how to get a date and celebrity gossip. That rules the black space today. How I get me a hookup and who's doing what to what in the celebrity world. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and I take my hat off to the platforms that are doing gun safety training and stuff like that, because there are some black platforms that are addressing gun safety and things like that. But we need more people to be focused on real issues and not worrying about who Kim Kardashian is cheating on Kanye with and all this old nonsense.
That's what it is. That is absolutely crazy to me. I mean, I don't like to be mean, but it's going to be thin out of the herd. There's no people more oblivious to this situation on the planet than black people. It's like it's got to be fear, Zoe saying. It's got to be fear. As if they don't want to deal with the elephant in the room. It's mind-boggling, and I said it's in my own family. My two brothers are coons to the hilt. You know, they living good lives. They don't want to hear nothing about having no trouble in paradise with Mr. Charlie. They hang up in my face with the quickness, Jack. I get to talking any stuff me and so talking about is click. So I know what you're talking about.
I got family members like that, Keith, where when you try to talk about country stuff with them or strategize about what's going on within the community, and they are quick to say something like, man, them folks might be listening to my phone. Don't be talking like that, man. Like, get off of here with your scared ass.
You talking about? That's my brother. You got people, you gonna make me lose my security clearance, hang up right on you. So I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Big Cheese. It's our own family. And then I be thinking, how we raised in the same house? How the hell? It just like, I think Zoe said something so good. I think like 3-4 years old said that your experience is different with each child. Each child experience is different than your experience with your parent. And obviously so. Because I'd be like, damn. I grew up in a house with you two cool niggas. This is outrageous to me. Oh, he on that black power shit again. Both my brothers say, oh man, keep coming around this fuck up everything on that black power shit again. We can't, we can't just get together, shoot the breeze, and take it easy. He come with that black power shit. So, so, so I don't get the invites at the barbecue or at the family reunion. I don't even go to them things no damn more.
And you know, and really, there is no you can change the system from within. You can't get along with these people and with this system because it's ultimately gonna turn on you and you're gonna be a victim of it. Even if you don't recognize you're a victim since birth. And since the day you take your first breath on this planet. You a victim of white supremacy. And that's not to have a victim mentality, but that's to recognize what you are so you can start taking advantage of what they trying to do so you can turn the cards back on them. Because it's going to take some aggression. You can't be victimized and have a non-aggressive response and turn the tide. It just don't work like that. You have to have some sort of aggressive response. Fear has to leave up out of here. There's no place for fear in this world where we living in right now because you see what fear is doing. They trying to whittle away at us so they can finally get us to the point to where our population is matching their population as far as the growth rate. They want our population rate to equal or be less than their population growth rate. And that's the ultimate goal with all of what's going on. That's the homosexual agenda. That's the vaccines, not just the one that's they trying to push on everybody right now. The vaccine that they give babies when they first step on this planet, all of that. When you're the most susceptible in life as a newborn, they shooting you up with all this nonsense. Makes no sense. They even have it now where they're giving electric shock therapy to babies before they're born. Yeah, it's I don't even know what it's called. It's called prenatal psychological something, but they're doing shock therapy to babies before they're even born. This is what they're really doing is implementing trauma. And what that trauma does is it's lifelong. Just like the vaccines that they shoot you up with, that's trauma when you're first born. And trauma makes you susceptible to a whole bunch of stuff, mainly fear, and it has epigenetical impact where it's going to be with your family and with your offspring for generations. So when we talk about the slave trauma that our ancestors experienced, that's compounded with all this other stuff because we know it lasts for up to 14 generations. So it's all sorts of trauma that's being compounded on us right now. And the end result of all of that trauma ultimately is fear. And what fear does is it paralyzes, it neutralizes, and it reduces your ability to manifest within this realm. It totally takes away your God abilities to where you're just a mortal. It turns you into what these hybrids are, which is powerless within this realm. All of this stuff, it's an agenda behind it. They not just haphazardly doing this or haphazardly doing that and don't know what they doing. Everything that they're doing, just like we was talking about with the octopus being psychic, they know every single thing that they're doing because they study all this stuff. They have unlimited budgets to study every single thing that is being unleashed on society. It's not just, oh, well, let's just do da 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 and let's experiment with that. Even though technically this vaccine is an experimental vaccine, they know it's going to have a negative impact on people's health for generations to come. So the experiment is to see what is it really going to do? How much damage can we cause? That's what they're trying to do. How can we reduce the growth rate of X said group? That's what they're doing. Even when you think about, you hear about all these different variants. The virus has mutated. It is now a new variant. Well, if the virus has mutated and it's a new variant, that would mean that the vaccine is ineffective or should be, right? So why are they still trying to push this? Because basically now what you're saying is that the vaccine is old. The vaccine is old. It's not effective because you guys need a new vaccine. So you're gonna have to throw away the current vaccine and come out with a new vaccine because y'all trying to use them flu shots from 2002 and 2021 essentially. Even though that's an exaggeration on dates, but you guys know what I'm saying. The flu shots from 2002 won't have any impact on the flu of 2021 because the flu has mutated and changed, and the old flu shot theoretically would not have any impact on the current flu shot. So the same thing should be theoretically true for these vaccines, but you're not hearing that because for some reason common sense and critical thinking is being hushed real quick on a lot of subjects. And the only thing that's being pushed is fear, 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 because when you're afraid, critical thinking goes out the door, and all you want to do is what you need to do to survive. And that's what they're pushing this whole thing to push this fear campaign. Read what you guys are saying in the chat room. Yeah. I see an apology B1 said he got a cousin bragging about getting her shot, her second shot. And so we got people dropping dead after they done got their shot. We got people on video when they first implemented the shot.
If
They had
you
a
have to hear me
nurse
now. Shit.
pass out. You back, Keith?
Yeah, I'm back. But you guys can hear me. Shit. Got my tab. I can't hear nothing. It always says I got you guys hear all that damn racket. Got my phone for long as it lasts.
Yeah,
Trying to get
I,
this
I,
guy's
I
chat. How
yeah, I
about you
see
go ahead?
somebody
Go
talking
ahead.
about the Proud Boys are protecting Rittenhouse. You know, I was on the sister listening to the sister Vicky Dillard one day, and she was talking about
All
the
right.
Proud Boys. And see, this is the thing. We got so many delusional people. That, they might look like us, but they definitely not us. Just because you all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Let's just go
You
ahead and
talk
say that all
you
day.
are you talking about
Because
Vicky Dillon crazy ass or what?
well, no, not what she said. Because I echo a lot of the sentiments that she said. But she was saying how the Proud
Okay.
Boys were a racist organization, and some brother came on there and told her the Proud Boys ain't racist because they got that black or that Latino leader, and they got some
I thought
chapter
I
chapter
thought that was
leader
the
that's a
hold on.
huh.
Is that guy the Proud Boy? Is that guy one of the Boogaloo Boys? we gotta get our white supremacists. I thought that guy was the Boogaloo Boy. The guy got caught. He's one of the Boogaloo Boys, not the Proud Boys.
No, he's
No.
the Cuban dude. He's a Proud Boy. He's a Proud Boy leader.
All right, then which one was the book? I thought that was the Boogaloo guy. Okay, I get.
No,
They got so many different white supremacist groups. I don't know. I can't get my Proud Boys mixing with my Boogaloo Boys, mixing with my damn skinheads, mixed with my damn.
exactly. they got
Shit,
they got
God
all these
damn.
different factions and nonsense. But yeah, the his name's like Enrique or something. But he's
All
with
right.
the Proud Boys. He's the actual Proud Boy leader. But then they gonna come out and say that he's an informant. This Joker's an FBI informant, and he been working he
Music.
been working with the FBI forever and a
Yeah.
day. So yeah. Which
Okay.
really what I wanted to connect the dots on, but no, what I was saying was some brother got into her comments and said that the Proud Boys is not a racist organization. So we always got these clown ass coons making excuses for
Yep.
these white folks in they racist organizations. We need to
Nation.
stop
Yep.
that.
Oh, yeah, we need to stop it. How we gonna stop it? We got no enforcement arm. It's always somebody black. Hey, and I know, and I'm a call. I guess they finally took down T West channel on YouTube. I don't know why. Hell, he believes in all these Republican right wing racist groups. You know, the Dixie Democrats. Listen here, stupid. They're all the same. They're all racist. There's no Republican or Democratic Party, dummy. They're controlled by the oligarchs. There's no damn bit of difference. You think you got a two-party duopoly. You do not. They control both issues. That's why 90% of the electorate once never get passed, ever. So there's no difference between any Dixie Democrats and Republicans or Republicans.
Nope. And
Sound
we
like
got
a child saying that shit.
exactly. And we got to look at how the white supremacists, they play both sides of the argument. So like they had this informant that was the leader of the Proud Boys. Likewise, and this is me going out here pulling my shoulder out, but I'm gonna say it because I know it's true. The leader of the NFAC was an informant also. That whatever what's his joker name?
Grandmaster Jay.
Yeah, Grandmaster Jay.
I haven't seen nothing on him recently. I haven't seen it. It's a brother. I think they revoked his online privileges, didn't they?
I
couldn't go back online channel. I never watched it, so I can't.
I never did either.
You don't know.
I didn't either. Yeah, but I know him and Michi X done supposedly fell out now. So all of these
Hold
people.
on. He was with me. He's with Bad Body Michi X. I don't know, so you talking like we be knowing all this shit. Okay.
Michi X was one of his supporters. You know, she was one of the people that was fighting for him.
Right there.
Exactly. Both of them agents. Are they all agents?
If you don't know, Michi X is talking all over black. Her name is Cold Chick. Yeah, sucker nigga. Ain't about these niggas and what you gonna do, nigga. They know you guys are stuck with colorism. So they're gonna bring you somebody all ghettofied. Like I said, I called her ghettofied, doing all kind of. Why they always bring these mixed breeds up? They gotta be over top with the shit. Ain't nobody black act like that, especially if you've been back 50 years ago in our community. Only recently, since the NAACP and that MLK shit, they've been allowed to dumb us down. And we think that's the normal. But black people never talk that yo shit. Never. That's why I told you, if you went back in time, the black vernacular was better than it was 10 times over today. Shit.
Exactly.
Black vernacular was proper as hell. Go ahead, though.
I've seen videos of some people who survived after slavery. Some jokers that was like 100, 102, 103, and they very articulate. They just talk,
exactly.
Eyes of goes out there and pickles us up to cottons, big old bags of cottons. They ain't talk like that.
No, they ain't talk. They were articulate as hell. You know, articulate. Yep. Just like when I got Kyle like 2 years ago, he talking about, and it was true. He said even your average gang leader 30 years ago vernacular was better than it was today. Because you were integrated school and black women loved you. They taught you how to talk, speak well. So he said, you go back and listen to old footage of gang members, they all spoke well. So now that we've been integrated, you got the bunch of dummies. Got these dummies talking crazy. And so Michi X is a bad parody. Yeah, I told some of you niggas don't know. Always over the top. Why don't you go to the Polish community talking that crazy shit? Why they got to come to our community with that goofball shit? But they know you practice colorism and you won't check her ass.
You see her name. Even you see her name, Michi X.
Yeah,
okay, the X is indicative of you being Islamic. You supposed to be Islamic or something. This chick eating bacon sandwiches, talking about her name Michi X, and it doesn't make no sense.
Supposed to be unknown, exactly right. That's again, B.O.B. It's supposed to be unknown. And the pecking order is supposed to be unknown. That's why Malcolm X did it unknown, because he was a victim of slavery. You know your last name. Your last name is Kochek. Your daddy's Polish. I used to meet you. I mean, it is complete agent provocateur shit. And black people falling for it because they got dealing with colorism. She all over the top. I remember when Stop the BS brought me that shit. I said, what? Is this a parody? Is this a joke? You know, keep reading about this meat. Yes, who the hell is that? And he sent me the video. I'm like, man, if this not a parody, I don't know what is. If this not a parody of a half white woman trying to act overly black, and black people don't act like that. Black women didn't ever act all foul and ghetto-fied like that. Black women were dignified. But you get a caricature now. Yo, motherfucking nigga. You bitches and nigga. That, I find that shit offensive. That's some half-breed trying to tell me how to get free and all this old crazy shit. I told you that's what they did in sororities. I see somebody copy me. They took down those channels, and I told you that's what you see in them sororities. Where they had all these mulattoes, but they took down that show we did that year too. To have all these mulattoes in these damn sororities and fraternities, and the black women allow these half-breeds, octoroons, quadroons, rule all over top of them.
Yeah, I actually remember because I pledged Alpha when I was in school. Didn't cross because I realized it was a bunch of nonsense. But that was different fraternities and sororities based on like a color scheme. Like the AKAs was the light skinned chicks. The AKAs was the and then you had the deltas. The deltas was a little bit darker, and then you had the what was the zetas was the big old fat chicks that was dark skinned, and then the even bigger fat ones was the sigma gamma rose. So it was just like crazy nonsense, but it's all based on tribalism. That's all it is.
Yeah, well, it's based on white supremacy. Exactly. That's how they gave it to all those organizations were black Greek. Just to be a black Greek is oxymoronic. Oxymoronic. As we get all that homosexual shit all in that shit. Those are your boule handkerchief head Negroes. That's your boule crowd that come from there. The dysfunction that are putting black society to destroy our ass, time in and time out. Every time is always these handkerchief head boule, AKAs or deltas or whatever the hell, all started by white people. And with those, it now migrated that in the beginning was always high yellow motherfuckers on all of them. They were your leading people. Like I said, you couldn't even get Howard didn't want nobody black at Howard University. They wanted high yellow, octoroons, quadroons, shit, nectaroons, if that's a word. If that's a word.
Mom Davis say Mickey used to be with boys.
Oh yeah, it's con man, and no wonder. His con man ain't. And it's funny, they all prop up the con man. Now we know, and I'm gonna put their names out there. Anybody wanna come get this damn work? Tariq, Jason, like they all prop up Boyce Watkins con man ass. And yes, he's a con man. I know you Negro. I said, like I told B.O.B., we love con man ass Negroes. He been exposed 3 years ago. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago now, that Charles Wu. Yeah, we use Boyce Watkins. He sells our products. We make him cry. We sell hope to useless Negroes. Right there caught scamming you. Told you it's a scam. So he can't really get too many people watching that much, so he uses black women. And that's a good hustle. People like pretty looking women. And so you got, that's why Vicky Dillon co-signs everything they talk about. And Tariq, that's why I don't pay her ass no damn attention. She got the same talking point. Understand. You know, even though Michi X is, she ain't no good. Right. But neither is Vicky Dillon no good ass. She a con man too. She got all the con man. Family, come to my Angels program, and he go on that shit. $9.99 for that course, $10.29 for this dumb shit. All it's Boyce Watkins' hustle. They only got mad because Boyce Watkins wasn't paying them enough. You know? And people putting lawsuits against his scandalous ass. And like I said in the beginning, Boyce Watkins wanted to co-opt me in the beginning because I was so hot in the beginning. I had everybody over here, and I got a thing through the background. He wanted to holler, "Nah, I'm good." Because I know if I got with any kind of con, man, it would destroy my credibility. And my credibility is worth more than getting a bunch of YouTube hits, and he wasn't paying nobody, and some fake fame. I'll get that on my own. I'll get that shit on my own. That's what I don't know. Zoe, remember when we had this is before we had I forgot Dr. Sweets on the show out of Chicago.
Was she the one that was referred by Boyce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And boys trying to get at me then. I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. Her fool ass. She's all offended by Lou. Mr. Newsom, how can we have street niggas on the show? That's a street nigga. What kind of show are we trying to do? If we're gonna have street niggas on here, I was like, what? I can't be involved with street niggas. I'm a double PhD. I said, are you now? Are you now? I'm a double PhD. What kind of show are we trying to do? Are we serious? You know, you're very intelligent, mister, but I can't be involved with street niggas. God damn. She didn't say niggas, she said street Negroes. I was like, well. Pass the Grey Poupon, why don't you? I was like, let me get rid of this broad. I'm not going to get rid of no, I'm going to get rid of my boy for you, lady. You got me all the way messed up. But he wanted to get me through her. Had her come, but I already knew. I know all of them look at us. I mean, we've done shows, me and Zoe, period. But Tariq went back and fucked up the whole damn premise of the shit.
For real.
He does think some shit that Zoe said and got the shit completely fucking wrong. Shit's hilarious. And I know he did. It shit was funny.
Man. Hey, Keith, what you? I don't think Spice gonna come back. What you want to talk about that sheriff deputy?
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so family, there's this article. I can't put it up. Can you put it up?
I can't put it up. I'm on my phone.
Okay,
you
I'm
put it up on the
too.
computer. I'm on the phone like you.
All right, I'm gonna just read the article.
Just tell me. Just tell me the gist of it.
So it was this sheriff deputy, a black sheriff deputy in Louisiana. I forgot what parish he worked for, but he basically killed himself. He committed suicide. Prior to him committing suicide, he had did a bunch of videos on Twitter or TikTok, one of them. I don't know. I don't fool with all that shit. But he had said that basically the racial killings by police was getting to him in so many words. Where black.
Is that why he killed himself? Is that why he killed himself?
Yeah, that's why he killed himself. So basically, what it's showing you is that we get into a point within this existence where you can't work with your enemy. You can't turn a blind eye doing all this evilness, even though you might not be the one doing it. Exactly, it's gonna come back on you. It's that karma. That's a karmic debt. When that man killing himself was a karmic debt. That's what that was.
Yeah, because imagine what he's seen. Like he said, imagine everything he didn't see. That was never publicized.
Exactly. But we got too many young brothers and sisters thinking that they're gonna become a policeman, become a sheriff deputy, and change the department from within. get rid of all this racism against black people
You
from
can't.
within.
It's the
And it
system.
don't work
You
like
can't.
that.
I thought you
Exactly.
could. You can't. The system, the culture changes you. It's a whole culture system. You have to completely tear down the system completely. Everything's got to be eradicated. You can't integrate into a system that already has a culture or has a culture of corruption against black people. You're just one or two wheels in the cog. You're not going to change the system. So, sorry.
Yeah. And you will be more successful as opposed to jumping into a corrupt system like that and changing it. You will be more successful jumping in water and making it not wet no more than you will be changing a system like that.
So somebody doing that shit is already crazy. So you're already crazy trying it. That's why I say, man. I think the writing on the wall. I think the writing on the wall for us here, man, because the systems are so bad. We got no. See him killing himself. We're supposed to have people that's ready to fight because the system can't be changed. It's got to be torn down. That means going to real war, not making no fucking movies. That means going to real war. I'm not talking no motherfucker doing cosplay or whatever. What's his name was doing? Whatever that dude's name, Grandmaster Jay, whatever his name is. And black people just not ready for that. We call it an entertainment. Look, entertainment. Can I get a date? I can't get nobody get no weapon. Talk about, man, I want a date. Why these women don't like me, man? Why can't I get a date on Saturday night? I said, listen, man, we got to get ready to go to war, man. These people killing our babies at this. Well, man, I can't go to war. What? I ain't even be able to
Yeah,
get no damn coochie. They ain't talking about
and,
war.
Keith, what you was just kind of touching on, and I know we've debated about this back and forth about leaving this land because we in the belly of the beast here and going back to our homeland, our motherland in Africa. My whole thing is this: I'm not opposed to people going to Africa if that's what y'all want to do. That whoever want to do
Yeah,
that. My thing
yeah,
is we're
yeah.
gonna
I know
have
you
to
never been
we're
opposed
gonna
to
have,
it.
but we can't run forever. Is my thing. Just like with
I'm,
a
I'm
bully,
not.
it comes a
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying running. I'm saying the numbers. The youth in Africa are going to rise up. We're not going to have the numbers here. And nobody wants, and we're too inundated with the entertainment. We got too many distractions here. We got too many. It's like just like Big Cheese said. I'm not going to talk to you about, hey man, these people. You can't see these people pushing the vaccine on black people. I'll ask them that. You don't see that? Oh man, what's happening with the Kardashians, man? And what's going on with Ray J and Usher? Like what? The hell are you talking about? So,
exactly.
man, listen, go look at them goofy channels like them entertainment channels. They get hundreds of thousands, millions of views. And of course, that's what the algorithm is going to promote. I get that. I know YouTube is going to promote that foolishness. The distractions, what they do. But Jesus Christ, we still consume it. We don't think it's stupid and crazy not to consume the shit. Like, wow. Well, we're consumed with this death culture. Like I said, it's going to be a guerrilla. There's going to be some kind of guerrilla warfare going on here. Because the system's going to get worse because they're dying. They want to create an apartheid state, as I said years ago. Everybody say I'm crazy. Now everybody's saying the same thing. Funny, I'm crazy like a motherfucking fox. Because all these other Negroes, oh, nobody's dying. That's crazy talk. They're setting up white supremacy for the next 500 years. That's the shit I can't. I knew they were listening to me. The only one was saying it was me. And it was called crazy talk. But now everybody's saying it now because I've already proven that I was right, that they're dying out. I know for a fact that came from me. And that they're going to start setting up a goddamn apartheid state. And that's what they're doing. That's what that shit in Washington was about. Flexing white supremacy at all costs. And that's why they're not locking their ass up. You're not going to lock them up. They need the numbers. Keep us still
Yeah,
oppressed. And black people we like the frog in the pot. We like being oppressed. Till they cook
yeah,
our ass. Go ahead, though.
yeah. And one thing that we've discussed this on previous shows of the number of non-African individuals that are dying on a daily basis due to sun cancer, due to the sun killing
Yep.
them. So, and then at the
That's
same
good.
time, we hear phrases like "as above, so below." Well, we have to do
Yeah.
as our Father in the sky is doing. We have to replicate the same type of interactions with our enemy as above. You see what the sun is doing. Well, down here, we need to be doing the same thing. This ain't no getting along. This ain't no let's try to everybody be friends. We all bleed blood.
Uh-uh.
Everybody's blood is red.
I bleed,
No,
you bleed, you bloody. Then you
exactly.
realize, hey, you realize, hey, we got different kind of blood. RH negative blood that's copper based. Yours is iron based. Mine is copper based from that fucking octopus. and, and and don't write me no pseudo shit because I'll prove it. You goofy niggas. I don't care if you want to sleep with them damn things. Sleep with it. That's on you. Don't come to me. I bleed,
Exactly.
you bleed shit. You can get out of my face with that I bleed, you bleed nonsense.
No,
Because I
because
told this
really,
slowly. Go ahead, son.
when we bleed, they drink. It ain't no when they bleed, we bleed. When we bleed, they drink. We dealing with vampires. They get a full belly when we bleed.
And if you guys haven't noticed, you better start waking up. They're slowly building a police state in this country. So I'm letting you know, you are gonna fight. They're building a police state in this country. Look at the orders that are being signed. Talking about executive orders for to disappear you again. Extend the Patriot Act. Extend the damn being able to spy on you in your home. Be able to have these cameras everywhere doing photo recognition. They're setting up a police state.
Yeah, and the
Slowly
majority of
walking into
them.
a police state. You gotta know. Go ahead.
Yep. We walking in the police state, and really, where a lot of people don't understand, the police state is already here. You walk
But it is all
around with
it's
your
silent.
yeah,
Yeah,
your
your phone.
personal
You're right.
informant. Exactly. Your phone hears what you talk about when you ain't even on it, and it sees what you doing. When man, I'm gonna tell you, one day I was walking. I wasn't on the phone. I was by myself. My phone was in the
Yeah.
pocket of my pants. This is no joke, people. I saw a girl with some like spandex on, but it was like a different pattern. It was like a textured type of spandex, right? And I know because I'm saying this on the phone, I'm gonna see this even more now because, like I said, all this is connected. But my phone was in my pocket. I see this girl with some textured spandex on. I'm looking at the pants like, what kind of pants is that? I'm gonna tell you, as soon as I got on Facebook, ever since then,
Pants.
I keep getting
Pants.
friend suggestions of people with them same pants on, girls
They
with them
pants on.
same pants on.
That's funny because you're exactly right. If I just say something here, it pop up in your feed or pop up in your damn Amazon thing to buy. You're right. As soon as I was on the phone, and I didn't push anything yet, when I was on the phone getting you guys flights together, me, Nish, John, a bunch of together, next thing I know, I had all kind of flight shit all up in my damn Google feed about getting airplane tickets. I'm talking about before I went to the website, just talking on the phone. I said, look at this shit here. Like, look at this shit here. So I'm letting you know they're slowly walking us to a police state. And since black people are the less informed, the less better, you're too busy in the entertainment culture. You're too busy thinking there's some differences on Republicans and Democrat goofy shit, but it's all the same. After they've stolen everything, they want to do like they did in China. Remember now, I told you, be aware. You see, when you go certain places, they don't have change. How the hell they don't have change? They make the money. How you don't have change? That's to slowly walk you to a what? A cashless society where they control the
Exactly.
cash.
Exactly. I went to
They make
Texas
the change.
one.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I had went to Texas, and when I was in Texas, they had a change shortage where you had to
Yeah, it's
use
everywhere.
everything exact cash. But see, the thing was is here in Colorado, it wasn't going on like that. But when I go down to Texas,
What?
they talking about
Yeah.
you have to have exact change. So if
Mm-hmm.
something costs
I'll
a
use the
dollar
card.
fifty,
Yeah.
yeah, something costs a
Use the
dollar
card.
fifty. You gave them
Cashless.
$2. They will keep your 50 cents.
Yep. So exactly, but yeah, exactly. But that was it. I know it was the country. Everywhere I've been, I'm telling you, everywhere I see it, Michigan, Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. I've seen it in all those states. We don't have change. How the hell you don't change? You make the change. Is somebody burning the change up? That lets
Well,
you
you
know
know,
the science, what's going on.
yeah,
Go ahead,
and see,
go ahead, Joe.
there's a mint here in Denver, so I wonder if that gave them some type of
Mhm.
cushion with the mint being here. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Could be. I don't know. Like I don't know, but we know you can't be without change, family. You can't be without change. You can't. They're not burning the coins up. This is a psyop to walk you in to get you used to using the card, then getting a chip in your goddamn hand or your head or whatever. This is walking into a cashless society. This is complete lockdown, complete control. That's what this is. And like I said, only thing's gonna stop a lot of stuff. You got a lot of crazy ass white supremacists with these guns. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Because this is where they want to mark the marches to a totalitarian state. Once they got us in a totalitarian state, family, America, we're done. That means you're gonna be cattle to slaughter. No one to help you. No one say, where my good white friends at? White friends that want you to help you, their ass is gonna be locked up with you
So,
and murdered off. Because that's what's coming. Go ahead, though.
George Guy, I'm looking in the chat. George Guy says
Go ahead.
hybrid cars cause radiation. Well, that's the funny thing, George. Regular cars cause radiation. They create a Faraday cage because of the radiator. That's it, in the alternator. I mean, not the radiator, but the alternator. You're in the Faraday cage with those rubber wheels, and you riding around in a vehicle. That's why people who drive trucks and stuff like that, or people who do extensive driving, they can, or especially men, but women that do it have gynecological problems, and
No
men that
problem.
do it have prostate issues, and
Yep.
that radiation coming up hitting you in your prostate.
Yep.
So, and they knew what
That's
they
a
was doing
fact.
when they created these vehicles. They knew exactly what they was doing when they created these vehicles. All of this stuff, just like you say the cell phones give off radiation, the microwaves give off radiation, your high definition television gives off radiation, even the old TVs
Radiation.
gave off radiation. That's why if a bug sat on your TV screen too long back in the day, it'll fall off dead
It'll
after a
die.
while.
It'll die. It'll die. And that's true. And that's, I didn't understand that shit because we were never educated. And I think some got to be with these TVs way so we can't see. These bugs die when they get on these TVs. I said that. Remember saying that I was younger than my mom said these bugs die when they get on these TVs.
Yeah,
These
and
flies
we
just
used to
died.
when you was little, Keith. I'm sure you did this like I did. You used to go touch the TV screen to get the static off of it, right?
Yeah, well,
All of
some
this
kind of static
nonsense.
voice.
Yeah, that's just like when I was a
Crazy.
little boy in Mississippi. They used to have these mosquito trucks that drove around spraying this fog mist around.
Spraying the
Man,
stuff. Yeah, it's
we
everywhere. Yeah.
played in that. We played in that mist. Mouth open, eyes open, all of that. Didn't
God.
nobody ever tell me I'm not supposed to be in that mist. No,
In
I
that
was
shit.
wondering. Yeah, it's a miracle my children ain't got 5 legs or something crazy.
That's true. Cause when they sprayed that everywhere, all over the country. You're right. It's everywhere. When they sprayed those mosquitoes. So, um, we got a lot of chemicals in our bodies that's not supposed to be there. We're chemical makeup, hodgepodge of fucking dangerous chemicals and shit. Just some eating it up. Our damn frying pans got all kind of chemicals on that shit. You'll get the right one. It's your old iron skillet. Use that to cook. It's good for cooking. It's good for busting a motherfucker upside the head when he ain't acting right. it serves two
Yep.
purposes. Get your old iron skillet. None of that new pan. None of that no stick shit. That's all chemical induced causes
Yeah.
giving you cancer.
Exactly. That Teflon mess. If you cook something at too high of a temperature, which they don't ever tell you how high that temperature is, but it comes off into your food and it causes
Your
cancer.
food
Yeah.
causes cancer. all that damn chemical agents sitting inside you. They know that. Listen, these white people have a death culture. And nobody wants to actually say it. It's a death culture. European culture is a death culture. All the way around, it's a death culture. And like I said, it was those if black people don't want to wake up and realize, they want to stay scared. No, I don't want to realize it's a death culture. It's a death culture. And us now participating in it, what now, shorten our lifespan. Now you can go look this up, think I'm joking. The average lifespan of the African before we came in contact with the European was 150 years. I know that seems astronomical, don't it? 150 years. Now since you came in contact with the European, you barely make it to 55, 60 if you're lucky. 55 and 60 is your lifespan now. While their lifespan was 35. Think I'm joking? Go look it up. Normal European coming out when he was impoverished and wretched with disease. Average European lifespan was 35 years old. So people say, why they get married at 15 and 13? Hell, you was middle age at 13. Shit. What are you talking about? You was middle aged at 13?
That's why they allow them marrying them young girls like that over in Europe to this day, because they know that they have fertility problems after a certain age. They can't have babies after a certain age if they wanted to.
Nope. Exactly right.
It's just like Spikes was talking about Cicely Tyson before he got cut off, but I'm wondering if they gave her the vaccine prior to her dying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about, well, she was 96 years old. Well, shit, she could have lived to be 106 if y'all wouldn't have gave her the vaccine.
Exactly right. I wasn't saying that. Exactly right. So she just seemed to be sick. They never said she was ill.
No, she had did an interview a week before she died.
Oh, see? So there was no trace of illness. So there you go. And remember,
had a good mind and everything, Keith. She had a better mind than most 20-some-year-old people I talked to. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, so mine was so good, so I probably was the COVID. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember we did that thing I always laugh when we did that thing with years ago. We did that show in South Africa. The guy was talking about his family's land. You guys remember that show? He said, yeah, white people took my land from my mom. I remember being a kid. I said, oh, he must be talking about his great-grandparents or some shit when his parents were kids. I didn't know the brother was 110 years old, looking like he's 60 years old. He said, yeah, I'm 110. He said, I remember when Nzungu stole all our land. I said, he must be talking about his parents and his grandparents when they were young. He said, yeah, I'm 110 years old now. I'm like, oh, shit. He is talking about himself.
And Mr. X, this was Mr. X. Nobody put a finger up his booty hole to check his prostate neither. And he 110. Because see, when we were talking about that one day on the show, a lot of brothers that's listening right now, but not just Mr. X, but individuals within that age group where you supposedly get your prostate checked. That's bogus, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that's bogus. If one person that won't be doing it, y'all hear him talking right now. Now everybody else can let everybody
do it. We know we're doing that because of the diet. We wasn't eating the junk food and all this other stuff. That's what causes these polyps to develop on our colon. If you're eating a plant-based diet, you didn't get colon cancer. It's rare for us to ever have it. 0 to nothing. So if you're eating a plant-based diet, you're not worried about colon cancer because everything's going through your anus nice and easy. But all this meat, bacteria, and food, that's what causes cancer. All this stuff gets right up in your colon. All this rotten ass meat with chemicals and all kind of preservatives and all that shit. In the plant-based diet, you're cleaning your system's cleaning out naturally. So there is no cancer. You understand that? There's no cancer. You know? And with those said, I just found a friend of mine got colon cancer. I said, man, you're going to change your diet. You're going to stop smoking, stop drinking, and go alkaline. Man, I don't know if they'll do that, then you're going to die. I'll be honest, fuck all the dice, you're going to die then. You just turned 50 years old, then you're going to die.
A lot of people don't understand. Cancer is a physical manifestation of negative energies. That's
Energy.
all it
Yeah.
is.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. The body is in dis-ease. Now to get the body back into ease, back into equilibrium, the body's off its balance. So what you should do first is start to fast. Fast first. Clean out your body, and then start getting to an alkaline existence. And you can reverse the damage that you've done for years. This way, but we can't talk about this because it's actually healing, which the pharmaceutical company was never designed to do. Heal us. Okay? Never designed to heal us.
Exactly, because there's more money in the treatment.
My money in the treatments kept going. So I'm gonna do a show on Rocket like I did at Dawn, the channel taking that. We're gonna do a show again on Rockefeller medicine. How the world is set up, Rockefeller, because it's by these individuals who set up a for-profit medical system. That's why you're always sick. Once you get sick, you're supposed to stay sick and just get treatment. Never designed to cure anything. There's no profit in cure. Everything with
No.
them, remember I told you, is a death culture. There's no profit. That's why you gonna got a car that lasts. Time you get through paying for your great cars all broken down and starts fucking up. They never build anything to last because there's no profit in it.
And they create opportunities to capitalize on to make profit.
Exactly.
One of them being this code 45 nonsense. And then if you want to, even if you want to look at autism at one time was very rare. Now it's very frequent. Exactly.
Non-existent. It was non-existent, especially in the black community. Now autism is everywhere, and black people ain't made this. It's because of the vaccination of children.
Yeah.
And you can make the connection. Autism was rare in the black community. This really non-existent. All of a sudden now in the 70s, late 70s, now you got to vaccinate your children to go to school. And now you don't know. There's always been chemical warfare against us. I don't think they didn't know it's going to have an uptick of autism within the black community.
Same thing with cancer. All of the different cancers. They even got it now where men are getting breast cancer, which makes no sense.
Heavy leads in your goddamn in that damn vaccination. Anything with lead is brain damage. Lead in your water. I always behoove you. I don't care. I don't care what nobody call yourself. Try to live in a decent area, family. Don't live around. And I love black people. Don't live in the project. They go and unless you got a great filter. They sure as shit when you got a black population, that the water supply is gonna be full of lead.
Yep.
Full of damn lead. And they showed that from Baltimore, from Flint, Michigan, and we got big black people from DC.
Yep. Jackson, Mississippi.
Full of fucking lead. Mississippi, yep. Jackson. They know what they're doing. That's not an accident. It's COVID war. They are at war with us.
And then on top of that, they know of the genetic impact of lead. Lead messes up your genetics. It retards your DNA. Yeah. So then your children end up, it compiles in further generations. So if you have lead poisoning, you have a son or a daughter, they gonna have lead poisoning in their brain prior to them even being born.
Some wicked ass shit. It's a level of wickedness that you just can't fathom. Can't fathom this kind of wicked shit going on. Level of wickedness that you can't fathom. Like, you're too kind and loving. We're not a wicked people. Why would they do that? Because they want to wipe you out. Why? We ain't done that to nobody. I know you haven't. Because you're dealing with a homicidal, genocidal maniac. A psychopath. A pure, unadulterated psychopath. And and you rather just look at, sports entertainment, musical entertainment, and how can I get a date? High value man. What's a high value woman? How do you break a woman? How do you break a man? High value man and woman. You know, I'm calling up. What are you calling up for? You know, when I can't get a date, and I don't know what's going on with me. I tried to get a date. I talked to the woman. She told me get the fuck out of her face. What can I do, Kevin Samuels? How can I get this woman to respect me? So then this motherfucker get to talking, you're crazy. This half homosexual ass motherfucker. Because some homosexual giving you goddamn advice. Homosexual giving you advice. Shit is crazy.
Yeah. So this is how crazy it is. So like earlier, Big Cheese said he don't know what to do to get brothers to realize we at war. Then so to pin that to what you just said, Keith, that we are obsessed with sports entertainment, with music
Yep.
entertainment, and all these
Yep.
shows and all this nonsense. So the word
Upset. That's the word.
entertain means to hold or capture. Mint is
It does.
shorthand for mentality. So entertainment
Mentality.
means to hold or capture your mentality. That
Mentality.
is why, Big Cheese, you can't get brothers to see the war that's at hand because our minds, for the most part, are
Gotcha.
captured. You have
Like you
captured
just
minds.
said. That's what entertainment means. The hold or capture. He's right. That's exactly what it means. But the etymology of the word, that's what it means. And the black mind is captured with goofy, with asinine stuff that means absolutely nothing. You know, what are you gonna do when these people finally say you had enough and want to come to war with us? Because the numbers gonna still dwindle. Yours are not. Unless you commit an abortion or some shit. But your numbers are not gonna dwindle. It's gonna come a tipping point when they say these Negroes are not dying, they're not taking these vaccinations, they're not dying. Fuck it, it's time to just all hell's all you know,
Yeah,
hell,
right.
it's time to just come out. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Open
it's
warfare, damn it.
currently it's a passive genocide, but then they're gonna
Yeah.
get more direct. Yeah, more direct.
Yeah, exactly. And because it's not what they're doing is not effective. You know, it's killing a few of us off around the edges. It's not getting enough numbers out of here quickly enough for them. And
And the
you
sum
know,
total of it, Keith, is that we're having a population increase. We talked about that the other day when Spikes
yeah,
was
the
talking
population
about
boom.
exactly.
Yeah, population boom. Yeah, population boom, and all the heinous shit. That's no all is on your side. All the heinous shit they've been doing. You got a population boom going on right now. Everybody's out there. Everybody but the African is having kids during the COVID-19. Like, hey, girl, so why I need to have I don't even know how to learn how to get no date. The African is let's get it on. Africans in there, and doing what he do. She got there making love. I don't know what the hell they talking about. How to get a date? I'm making love and popping out these babies. I don't know what these goofy gurus, these dating gurus, even talking about. Shit, I'm doing all right. Population boom going on around here. Imagine how mad these people are, man. And the only people having the population boom are African or black people. There you want to classify yourself. That's it. These Indians are dying off. But I already knew. I've been saying it. I said it me. Charles Minnesota said it years ago. Asians dying off. These Indians dying off. Caucasians dying off. Like I shared that video with you guys about everybody. Everybody's dying off. A few weeks ago, I shared that video with that girl talking about the Asians, Caucasians, Indians. The numbers are all dwindling now. The Africans not dying off. African numbers, they're begging, please don't have no more babies, you goofy niggas. Stop it.
So Keith, you remember when the corona first kicked off and they had a restriction on Africans going to China. Remember that?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they was deporting the ones that was there. Meanwhile,
Over there.
you fast forward now, you got South Africa with a Chinese delegate, and then you got all of these Chinese invading the continent, And you got all of they trying to marry up African women so they can have children, so they can claim
Access to the
citizenship and
land.
land.
Yeah.
All of this going on, but none of the African leaders at any given time have said, because y'all got a negative growth rate, we don't want to be mixing with your weak genetics in the first place. Y'all keep that over there.
I don't think they're smart enough to know that, except for John McAfee. I don't think they smart enough. Cause I know Museveni did say something. He came and said, listen, you're not going to have these anchor babies have title to no Ugandan land, so they changed the law. I know he did that. He changed the law there. And so guess what? As soon as they changed the law that these mixed breed babies can have title to no land, those Chinese men dumped them black women with their quickness. All right, done with this shit. So, as soon as they couldn't have title to the land, they were dumped. They were dumped. You ain't no title to no land here. They got dumped. And Asians can't even own land in Tanzania. Nope. Nope. Hell no. So, like I said, like Joe said, they know somebody. They gotta know that you're weak genetic. Why you want to mix? I don't think that a lot of Africans don't know that they're how superior their genetics are. I don't see how they don't know it. Everybody knows it. Go ahead, though.
And Ghana is mandating vaccines now. You see
That's
that?
what I was about to. I'm glad you said. I told Nish that. I told Nish that yesterday. I talked to Nish yesterday. I told Nish that. She told me she got a feeling not to go. And Kofi Adada Doodoo Goofy and said everybody living in Ghana is going to get it. So all you Ghana was there my thing anyway. All you expats that's living in Ghana, good luck with that land scarf. All y'all going to get it.
And Zimbabwe too now. And Zimbabwe is next after Ghana.
Whoa! I told Rumby, white Jesus not gonna save you from the vaccines, Rumby. I could have got you out of there, young lady, but good luck to you. So I know that all the white hand is controlling them. I've been saying about Ghana. Ghana is a CIA invention. Even though Jerry Rawlings was able to overthrow it in the 70s and that's what he do. He went and killed all the puppets. Jerry Rawlings went in and murdered. I know you don't like to hear that. He went and murdered all the elites in Ghana. Murdered their ass. People always forget about that. Go look it up. He murdered all the judges. He murdered all the damn political class controlled by the British. Everybody knows that. But the British, the CIA came back in and got control of the country again. Ever since he got out of power in 1998, 99, whatever. But that's why Kofi Dada Doodoo saying, you Negroes in Ghana gonna get the vaccination. Good luck with that. And on the other hand, we get John McAfee told you. John McAfee said, don't trust nothing the Europeans telling you. Tanzania, John McAfee said, don't you trust nothing the European is telling you about any vaccination. They don't have a vaccination for cancer, he said. They have a vaccination for AIDS, Ebola, common cold, none of that. He said, we don't trust the European for no vaccine, nor the Chinese. You will not be bringing that shit in Tanzania at all. He gave a speech a few days ago, made it clear. We don't trust these damn people. So good luck with Kofi Adada Doodoo. I'm not with none of that shit. Go ahead.
You remember when Madagascar had created a cure that was all natural, all organic. You ain't heard nothing else about it since. You ain't heard not one word.
Remember the WHO outlawed it around the world. Remember WHO, Rockefeller, World Health Organization started by the same people, but your healthcare system, Rockefeller, WHO, Rockefeller. They said, nah, and it worked. Only one bought it was Tanzania bought it. If you wanted to take it, John Mayer said, you can take it if you want to. You ain't got to take none of it. But it was John Magufuli, he brought it in.
And then remember, they said that the Chinese tried to contaminate the cure in Madagascar with the actual virus itself. They tried to put the virus inside the cure.
Wow, I didn't know that.
They tried to contaminate it, man.
Wow. 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 Wow.
This is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, wow, wow. Because you have an agenda going on. You have an agenda going on. And yes, I got my passport my way out of here. And they get to talking that crazy when you black people ain't gonna want to fight. Because you know they want to vaccinate you. You know it. And not gonna get my ass. Shit. Because that's why they got Tyler Perry and these other bootleg hanging your head trying to sell the soap to black people. Even you brain dead Negroes are not falling for it. So shout out to the brain dead Negroes.
Yeah, but this
Even
what
you. Go,
what
go ahead.
what amazes me was the Democratic marketing ploy to get black people
Yeah.
to vote in the first place when they had them strippers talking about
Yeah. Take your
all this
booty to the
nonsense.
vote.
Exactly, all this just demoralizing type of nonsense, and black
It's
folks.
disrespectful. It's
And they
so
still ran they
disrespectful.
silly self out there. Catfish nuggets for voting and biscuits and stuff. What kind of
Yes,
nonsense
they
is
did.
all that?
They said we're simple people. So he told me to tell you, you niggas are simple and stupid. You're retarded. You motherfuckers are retarded. We're gonna teach like retarded kids. Come out to the fish fry. Come get some free fish while you vote. Come get. Well, what am I gonna get? You're gonna get a plate of this fish, nigga. That's what you're gonna get.
And the fish
You don't
probably
get some
had
of the,
lead in
you don't get some radiated, you know what I'm saying? You get some of this radiated ass fish, nigga. Don't get some of this radiated ass fish that's full of all kind of mercury and shit.
it.
They showed how to treat a good brother giving some fish away like that. Shit.
I'm surprised they didn't show folks with greasy fingers and crumbs around their
It's
mouth on the news.
yeah. Shit. They
Mm-hmm,
need,
mm-hmm.
it'd be better if they add some ribs to this thing here. Shit. Get more people out. They said it's gonna be a fish and rib fry. Shit.
Well, where the chitlins at? I want a chitlin po' boy.
So, to let you know they treat you like children. You've been that's what they think of us as a people. But we get the most idiotic, disrespectful ass shit going on. It's disrespectful. You niggas are children. Shit. Show 'em a
And
bunch of
see, we were sitting around here applauding Tyler Perry for getting that big old studio, but we see what was behind it now, don't we? We see how he was able to
course,
get it now, don't we?
you knew what you got to do favors and sell out black people. He's a sell to begin with. And you're exactly right. I don't know why black people don't ever understand. Oh, you'll be hating on them. It ain't about no hate. Understand the system you live in. These guys are put up there. They already vetted. They bet their coons. They're not gonna bet nobody doing some right. They say he owns it. They say, listen, I'm not dealing with the vaccine. I'm telling all my people, don't you take that shit. Huh? Why you ain't gonna hear that? No. Tyler Perry Studios now closed down. It's all kind of tax evasion problems and shit.
Oh, they shut him down. They shut him down.
No,
Oh,
I'm saying that's what they would do. If he came out to those people, listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. Black people, don't you trust these no good old white face. Don't you touch this shit. The next you know, you hear on the news, Tyler Perry students getting shut down for tax evasion problems. He's been avoiding this taxes for
he part
15
of
years.
he part of a child pedo ring.
Yeah, to have a child pedal ring. They've been sleeping with little boys and shit. Little boy, come on. Yeah, Tyler Perry can be somebody 15. Tyler Perry took my booty when I was 5 years old. I ain't never been right. He told me to put him in. He gonna put me in this goddamn movie. I ain't been in none of those Madeira flicks yet.
You know, I
All
never
kind of
seen the Tyler Perry movie. That's the thing. I've never seen one because I don't see the whole. I don't think it's funny men dressing like old women or young women or nothing. That
ain't
ain't
funny.
funny to me.
I've never seen one either. I never. My wife look at that shit to drive me crazy. I gotta get this ignorant ass shit. Her family. Oh my God, look, what is this? Because it started with the plays first. I walked in one time. I'm a in-laws in my house looking at one of these goofy plays that came down to Tampa to visit us, and I walked in and said, what is this shit here? You don't know about Tyler Perry and the plays? Plays, and this is part of the movie. It's like, plays. Nah, what is it? What's it about? I looked at that shit for like 3 minutes long. Oh, Lordy Jesus, Lordy. Oh, Lord, it wasn't about the Lord. Everything is about the Lord. Girl, are you going to pay your bills? Oh, I'm going to ask Jesus. I'm going to pray Jesus pay my bills. Girl, you going to get your man? Oh, Lordy Jesus, please give me a man. I was like, what the fuck is this shit here? I'm sitting there looking at this crazy shit. My wife's parents eating that goofy shit up. Like, what is this? What is this whole ass shit? I was like, man, this gotta be some Southern shit. I know it's gonna take off all around the country, but there's gotta be some Southern shit here. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm like, I don't get this goofy shit. What's the plot? What's the plot? Everything is Jesus.
It was the normalization of this trans movement. Really, is what it was.
Yeah,
because
exactly what it was.
On social media, at the same time, they started having all these skit comedies on social media with individual black men wearing wigs, pretending to be their grandmama and stuff like that. So it was a ploy. It was definitely a ploy.
You're right. Exactly right, because it all came out all at once. You're right about that. And I didn't know, unless you're from the South, excuse me, I'm not from the South. So I didn't know what Medea. I said, what the fuck is Medea? I know that meant mother dear. That was slang in Mississippi and Louisiana and Alabama. Medea. I'm like, Medea? What the fuck is a Medea? I didn't know that was slang for mother dear. I'm from LA. I never heard nobody say that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is a Medea? They laugh. Who the hell is Medea?
I'm from Mississippi. We never said Medea, but we did call my great grandma. My great grandma, we called her Medea. We called Medea. We didn't say the D. We didn't put the E on there. It was just Medea.
Oh, with Medea. Okay, Medea says that. Well, I'm probably saying it wrong, so you got it right. Medea. I didn't know what that even meant. What the fuck is a Medea? Who the hell is Medea? So I'm even saying it wrong now. Zoe putting the right pronunciation behind it. I didn't know it meant mother dear. I said, what the hell? And they laughed. I remember turning my damn wife in there. I said, who the fuck is Medea? He don't know who Medea. That's your grandma. That's Big Mama, boy. I said, well, why is her name Medea? Is that the lady's name? Everybody named that? I didn't know it was short for Mother Dear. That's how I agree. I said, is everybody named? Is everybody named Medea? What are you talking about? And my wife said, no, Keith, it's short for Mother Dear. Oh, how the fuck I'm supposed to know that? I don't know nothing about this crazy shit. Medea. Medea. All right, Medea. Medea, like, man, I ain't never heard that shit in my life. Ever. I never heard that shit in my life. I said, there's no way this shit gonna take off. Hey, I didn't know black people are still that stupid. I said, ain't no way, this shit's stupid. This is dumb. This over religiosity here. Everybody's Lord, this Jesus. Just because you ain't with the Lord, people believe in the Lord, boy. That shit took off like wildfires. I didn't believe it was all over religious. Lord Jesus, all coonish. Lord Jesus, look at Mr. Brown. Oh, Jesus, oh, with his tight pants. I said, this ain't even funny. They were laughing their ass off. Go ahead.
And Tyler Perry didn't do nothing but plagiarize that from Eddie Murphy and the Clumps.
Yeah, he plagiarized it. Also, he got it from the I found it from the transsexual show he was going to in New Orleans. He was visiting. The Medea character came from a transsexual, a transvestite, whatever you call them, on over in New Orleans. But I said this shit's stupid. They were laughing their ass off. I said, man, I don't even understand this shit. Everybody, look at the pants. Hey, I said, what? Am I in an alter? I swear, I remember it's like yesterday. Over 20-something years ago. I said, am I in an alternate universe? This shit ain't even funny. Look at my pants. Look at my pants. I'm Mr. Brown. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah, I hated the Browns. That TV
I'm
show.
like, what's the joke?
That was just
Yeah,
cooning. Cooning on camera.
When he called the Browns, yeah, he didn't develop all that shit. They were just part of the show, part of that whatever that play was. Yeah, I was like, where's the punchline with this goofy shit? He's running about, I'm the Brown, look at my pants. Yeah, Mr. Brown. And I be knowing about the Lord and Jesus. And let me tell you about the Lord and Jesus. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is idiotic nonsense. Who's watching this shit? And I was surprised that years later, I know Spike Lee came out and called it buffoonery. And then we started making, I said, there's no way this shit's going to catch on. My body's like, you crazy? That stuff funny. People like that kind of stuff. That's comedy. Comedy? This buffoonery shit? And I ain't going to lie, her parents got mad at me for calling it that. I remember that. Had a drop-dead argument in my house about that foolery, about that coonery shit. Go ahead, Zoe.
I was just gonna say that type of people being able to accept that shows you the mind state of the people that approve that. Yeah.
It just shows that we're idiots. It shows. I said, this idiocy. This makes black people look stupid. This shit because I never knew it was gonna blow up. I swear to God. I said, this shit ain't going nowhere. This is idiocy. I said, all you Southern niggas. I said like this. All you Southern niggas don't see this is idiocy. This makes you look like buffoons around the world. That you're complete dummies. You're over religionized. You're idiotic. You're superstitious. You're dumb. Oh boy, you don't know what you talking about. You too uppity. You California ass nigga. California ass nigga.
It's really a psyop.
And check this out, though. It is. I really wanted to say that. I bit my tongue. I said my grandmother, but she can't call all you niggas dumb. I really wanted to say that. Baby, you gonna marry into this family of dummies? My grandmother said, baby, you gonna marry into this family of dummies? Never did it come. And I was warned with my own grandmother by then she wasn't speaking to me no more, right? And never did it come back so clear when it's like her words came back to me so clear. Baby, you gonna marry into this family of dummies? God damn. My grandmother was a straight shooter, Jack. You gonna marry into this family of dummies?
No, I just want to outline this right quick for the family, though. Okay, so this is how all of this is a psyop. Because if we're able to be entertained, if we're able to be captured by such idiocy, then it's not a far stretch for somebody to say, I'm not going to do nothing for black people. It's not a far stretch for that friend of that person to write a bill that's locking up black folks at a prejudice rate as compared to the white offenders that's doing the same thing, and yet we still go and vote for these people. The reason why
because exactly right. I'm gonna go ahead, sorry, I'm gonna interrupt the flow.
Well, I'm just saying, by them able to put this dumb stuff out there on TV and people support it, it lets them know that they can do anything and we're gonna support it. Pretty much.
Exactly. They get to gauge our community by the idiocy. They look at this, white people look at this, what is this foolishness? White people eating this up, they buying it up, right? It gauges the mindset of a community. They saying the black community is a bunch of fucking buffoons. Gauges the mindset of the community, and the black community is a bunch of buffoons. Not know some dumbass motherfucker say, oh, Tyler Perry know his audience. Oh, so he knows we're all buffoons? Right? He gave his audience what they wanted. You're supposed to uplift your people, not give them a bunch of buffoonery and lower your damn people's standard. What are you talking about? These Negroes, these Tariq Negroes make excuse because somebody made some money. That's what always the hustle is. This should destroy our image globally. Think we're all fucked up like that. We're all
Yeah,
half crazy.
exactly. And this is not nothing new because, like I'm seeing Monique Hill saying, Richard Pryor did it too. And Richard Pryor had a homosexual relationship with Paul Mooney.
He was almost, yeah, Paul Mooney and Marlon Brando was fucking him.
Yep. And then Paul Mooney turned around and raped Richard Pryor's son.
Yeah, that was, yep. So Richard Pryor was in all this old homosexual perversion.
Because
Into
that's
it all.
Hollywood. That's
That's Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And remember, we know Eddie Murphy did. Eddie Murphy been found many times with these transvestites, transsexuals, whatever you want to call these goddamn man things, whatever the hell it is. Over and over again, he's been caught with these transsexuals. I would just give him a ride. What, everybody you pick up happen to be. How you keep getting the transsexuals? Shit. And just like we know that other homosexual, that transsexual guy that was fucking LL Cool J and the other motherfuckers in LA. What's that that transsexual guy who was calling everybody out? That DJ for Hot 97. Somebody, he was in there fucking them every day. What's his name? Mr. Somebody. That DJ for Hot 97.
Yeah. I know. I remember when that came out. I don't remember his name, but I
Yeah.
remember when it came out. Yep.
Yeah, he took his polygraph test to prove he was not lying. So he used to fuck the shit out of LL Cool J. Because he could come by the band and fuck the shit out of his ass. Oh, God damn. God damn. I remember his name last time I told Spike to put it up. What's that guy's name? Shit.
And what a lot of people have overlooked is that for because I came up, rap, you know what I'm saying, was pretty much created about 10 years before I was born. You know what I'm saying? So with that being, well, no, not 10 years. I'm gonna say about 5 years. I was born in '78, so I'm gonna say about '73. That's when they say rap came out in the Bronx and all that. So
Yeah.
So this is the thing. Even from its inception, there was a homosexual presence in the rap game, and we used to think rap was a masculine thing. We thought this was macho. No. Africa Bambaataa was raping boys back then.
Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah, all this nonsense, man. Everything that we sit here and support has been totally against us. Everything we give our energy to is to
They set it up to the
exactly.
Side. Like when the brother was talking about Tupac gay ass, all the gay shit he did with him, gay ass clothes, the bandana's gay, like his bandana like a woman, like everything's gay. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All the gay shit he was doing, like, whoa, Jack. I'm like, it was a psyop.
You got Snoop Dogg wearing fingernail polish on his nails. He's supposed to be some Crip. How you a Crip wearing fingernail polish?
He was never exactly like you said. That's how he was never no gang member. That's all a psyop type shit. Exactly right, all psyop. And it's always about some gay shit. Always. There's always been the gay shit. Like, wow. That's like you said, it's to push us into the homosexual. It pushed us heterosexual black men, because that's not our culture. It would push us into promoting that sick, twisted culture.
Mr. C was that DJ, Keith.
Yeah, Mr. C. Yeah, that was him, Mr. C with his booty. Yes. And he was talking about the dude was naming all these LL Cool J, some other people he was fucking. Like, God damn.
Yeah, I've been heard that LL was breaking women off with herpes. So like we hear about Usher and R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Most of these entertainers are diseased. Period. Point blank. They diseased because they in a sick industry.
You got that right. I don't know women. I don't care how much fame I have, man. God, sheesh.
I done
full
heard
of
that there's
disease, like you said,
it's
bro.
a bunch of these rappers that on the outside you see him and you like, oh man, he's a ladies man. He's a ladies man. This dude got some of the best looking women. Da, da, da. Turns out these dudes be
That's their
going on
beard.
tours with their boyfriends, and then these
Yep,
girls
that's the
they'll get
beard.
a room. Yeah, they'll get a room in the same hotel for the girls, so it can make it look like they together when really they with their boyfriends. They with their little
Yep,
crew of boys, and the girl is just a beard.
that's their beard. That's their beard. Wow, come on, that's their beard. So, and and if you don't know, the Ashkenazim homosexual individuals, they run Hollywood, run the music industry. You reach a certain point, as Lady Divine told, they're gonna come to you, offer you a position. They're gonna say you gonna do the homosexual tango, or your career's gonna be cut off. So when we say it's all of them, yes, it's all of them. That's the goddamn MO. We didn't know none of this. That's a fact. That's who runs the Hollywood industry. Period. It's not a conspiracy theory at all. If you reach, especially if you're black and you reach a certain level of success, you've been violated. As far as the fact, you have been violated.
And it's so much of this that we don't even know about. Like for example, like we know that Hollywood was founded by Ashkenazis, right? And we know that
Uh-huh.
they changed their last names to seem more
Yep.
quote unquote
More
American like.
American. American.
But
Yep. Warner.
did you all know that the Warner brothers were two brothers that were molesters, were some pedophiles? Did y'all know that? That by the Warner Brothers, where the movie company is named after Warner Brothers. Yeah, but see,
They Warner Brothers.
this is prevalent in Ashkenazi society. This is what they do.
Exactly. Yes.
They
Yes, it
molest
is.
children. They do gay stuff. That's what they do.
That's why your porn industry was started by the Ashkenazim. Same old shit, connect the dots. That's where your porn industry got started by them.
Just like
Oh, it's so great.
the number one influence and promotion of the internet was pornography. That's why the internet took off like it took off. You didn't have to keep your
Right.
dirty mags in a lockbox no more. You could keep your dirty mags in your back pocket with on your phone. You got unlimited porn magazines on your phone now. You know what I'm saying? But this is what all
Yeah,
this is about. All of this perversion. It's all about that.
they're right. And if you're gonna be looking at porn, man, make sure you got some virus protection.
I thought you
I
were
got
about to
all
say
kind
make
of
sure you.
shit.
I thought you were about to say make sure you got some Vaseline.
Oh no! I don't know. I don't know about that. That's put your own boat.
Virus protection and Vaseline. Doggone
Yeah. We get some software, get you some virus protection, all kind of malware on that shit. Spying on you. It's like hell, you go to them damn sites. So make sure you got some good virus protection on your shit. If you all up on them crazy ass, I don't even know no damn porn sites. Like, shit. What's the name of a porn site? Uh,
Pornhub.
Pornhub. Yeah, if you're going on Pornhub and shit, get some virus protection. You don't want to be out there without no virus protection and shit.
And make sure you wear surgical gloves with your nasty
Your,
ass.
your computer crashes. You don't want to be doing what I can tell you. That gives away your light. Your light energy comes from the sperm is your light. It's supposed to channel that sperm energy back into your pineal gland. So it's going to cycle that energy back up. So you can't be busting off nuts. Okay, you can't be doing that. All
And
right.
excessive ejaculations cause prostate damage also because your prostate loses the electrical charge. Your
There you go.
prostate
Damn.
actually stimulates the sperm to actually make it move to give it life. That's what your prostate does. And if you
Oh damn.
if you over are discharging it, it's going to cause prostate problems later on in life. The older you
There you
get,
go.
the least you're supposed to ejaculate as a man. When you're 15, you can do that shit 4 or 5 times a day. Let your ass be 50 doing something like that. You're going to hurt yourself.
I, 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 I never did it when I was young. I was scared. I never know. I ain't doing none of that shit. I thought it was weird to be jerking off and all that kind of. It seemed right. maybe I was
Shit,
too. Maybe I was too much. Maybe I was too much in the Jesus back then. Jesus come and get me if I play with my ding dong.
man, I kept having wet dreams. That was the crazy thing with me. One time I was at a track meet. We was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, about to run at the University of Alabama. I said, okay, I'm gonna take me a 45-minute nap, get ready for these relays. Man, I had a wet dream taking a 45-minute nap at a damn track meet. Went to go run. My motherfucking legs was dead. I'm talking about dead. I couldn't even walk around the track. Talk about running.
Yes, yes, yes. We do know who's the number one degenerates on the earth. And no, but since now they own everything, you can't say it now, and it's easy, and you know it. You know it now. They own everything. But then it's, oh, you're talking about a Jewish conspiracy. They own, and they are the perverts. It's some. I mean, it's right there in your face. You know it, but you can't say it. They own all the news. I mean, they own all the damn, all the media. They own it all. They own it all. And none of these bootleg preachers are ever going to bring it up and tell you
Speaking about
that's a
bootleg
fact.
preachers, Keith
Go
TD
ahead.
Jakes is promoting the vaccine right now. TD
Of
Jakes
course,
talking
I
about
told you that. I've been to memory. I told you that the preachers were going to get the preachers to do it. I said in the beginning. I mean, you argued it. I said when they was coming. I said, hey, right, they're gonna get all these preachers because all you Negroes gonna follow these goofy Negroes that they're bought and paid for tools. They're gonna have. I said Quapalo Donald, TD Jakes, TD Fakes, and the rest of these fakes and phonies out here. Talking about vaccinating you Negroes. And you're going to go to sheep like the slaughter. Let him vaccinate his fat ass. Shit. Motherfucker eating whole chickens and shit. He need to get, shit. That motherfucker need to get vaccination. I throat vaccination shit.
so when somebody said the number one degenerates on the planet. Let me ask you this, Keith. So now
Yeah.
on the cuff, we would think, okay, it's the white folks, whatever. They the number one degenerates. But wouldn't the true number one degenerates be black people that go along with the bullshit just to get along? Because you have a higher standing being a melanated light being. So for you to
You do.
dip
You do.
down and do the stuff that they doing, they beast anyway. How can a beast be
I know, but
degenerate?
that's, that's a good question. I don't, hey, that's a good question. I'm saying, you know, is it, is it, is it your fault because you're scared though? You know, it's your fault. You know, you're just trying to go along to get along. You're not going to want to put the system in order. I mean, you're going along with the system's wicked, but you didn't still build the system.
True.
So I don't know. I'm just saying, you're trying to survive. And a lot of black people want to play ignorant. And, ignorance is
Think you might have muted your phone, Keith. I don't hear you. Well, y'all, I think Keith lost connection or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate something that I had said the other day. because I think it's pretty prevalent and important. So let me see here. All right. So once again, I just want to say, in a world of belief and lies, truth and knowledge are the adversaries. We live in a world where people believe and they lie because a lot of times lying goes hand in hand with believing. But once you have the truth, you don't need to believe because it's just the truth. And when you know the truth, you can't be lied to when you know the full truth on the subject. So what we dealing with is trying to increase our personal truth and our personal knowledge. Because personally, when you have truth and knowledge, people can't lie to you, the media can't lie to you, and you're not easily misled. And furthermore, what's even more important, you can correct individuals who want to be corrected or who are looking for the truth and who are looking for knowledge. You can provide them with that bit of light and get them out of the darkness of believing and being lied to. I just wanted to say that a little bit and get on up off of this thing. We done been on for about 2 hours and some change, going on 3 hours now. So y'all have a want to wish y'all a wonderful Thursday. I believe it's Thursday. I don't know if it's Wednesday or Thursday. I lose track of the days nowadays. But I want to wish y'all a wonderful day, period. No matter which Norse god you want to put on there, whether it be Thor or uh or Woden for Wednesday. But either way, I'm gonna be doing a live this probably this weekend. I'm gonna do a live. Keith show me how to go on live, and I'm gonna discuss. I'm trying to see what I want to discuss as a topic. Probably what we'll discuss is guerrilla guerrilla warfare tactics with a demonstration of guerrilla warfare tactics. Because once you run out of bullets and or if your gun jam, you're gonna need to know a little something extra besides moving your index finger closer to your palm. You know what I'm saying? We know children accidentally kill each other and kill themselves all the time. So squeezing the trigger is not the hardest thing, but we're gonna need to know a whole repertoire of skills to make it physically in this world, from feeding ourselves to protecting ourselves to identifying a potential threatening situation. All of those go in part and parcel to uh, actual warfare. Like I said, we are already in warfare. Business itself is warfare. The act of running a business and interacting on that level, that's warfare. That's why they taking some from you, and generally what you getting from them is not worth what they taking from you as far as the cost. Otherwise, businesses probably wouldn't stay in business for much long because their profit margin wouldn't be as high as they need it to be. And that's not for all black owned businesses or anything like that. I'm just saying that just the actual practice of business itself is warfare. But aside from that, we're going to be looking at some guerrilla warfare tactics because, as Keith has said, here we are at a disadvantage numerically. And one of the things that can neutralize that disadvantage is this tactic of guerrilla warfare, which we've seen firsthand, or not firsthand, we've seen with the Vietnam War and secondhand through the news coverage of these different wars where guerrilla warfare tactics were utilized. And that is one way to take away an advantage of a larger military force, which we are up against here in this land. So that's something I'm gonna probably touch on. I'm gonna have Lizzo with me, and we're gonna be doing some tactics. We're gonna start off with basic stuff, like if you body control, because it's hard to do anything if you can't control your body correctly. So we'll be doing some exercises that assist with body control and a lot of mental exercises also, because first it starts in the mind before your body goes into motion. So you want to know what to think and how to think in order to know what and how to actually react to those thoughts that you are thinking. All right. Well, I'll see y'all probably tomorrow. Orlando said that's your field of expertise. Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, that's something that I think we all need to get our mind in that way, because it's good to know all of this historical stuff. That's good. When it gets to a point also where there's since we were just talking about porn, there's an intellectual masturbation aspect also, where you just know all of these facts, and but how do you apply these facts to your life? That's the real question. You know who did this and why they did it and where they did it and all of that, but how is that going to better your life? How can you apply that information to your own existence to benefit yourself? So that's something that I would like to start applying, putting the the Kool-Aid with the water in order to make the drink, because if you just got the powder, that's not Kool-Aid. And if you just got water, that's just water. But if you want to drink Kool-Aid, then you're gonna have to know how to mix them together. Not just, all the ingredients and the flavor and all that nonsense. We're gonna have to see actual application. And knowing that, generally there's three ways that people learn, that being visually, orally or auditorily, and kinetically are those three main ways. So uh, combining those learning techniques or those learning methods with a forum or a lesson, I think it's going to be beneficial for everybody that's participates in that, because right now we like I said, like Big Cheese said, we got a lot of people that don't want to open their eyes to the nature of the war. And like I was saying, the reason why is because most of them are afraid. And a lot of people probably never been in a fight in their life, even though they've been fighting their whole life and don't even know it, because the war is being waged against them, but they never had a fisticuff situation. So to think about combat in that way, or to just think about combat at all, is something that causes them to become a recluse and back up from that idea. And we don't need that anymore, because I don't see the majority of black folks having a problem with killing other black folks. And I mean, I know it's not about murder and killing, but they don't have a problem with defending themselves or being the aggressor when it comes to individuals that look like them. From the 17-year-old in Indianapolis that killed his entire family because he was out past curfew, to the I think this dude was 25 years old, somewhere down there in Louisiana. Was it Louisiana? I think it was Muskogee out Oklahoma. What Louisiana? It was in Muskogee, Oklahoma. This dude killed what, five children, the oldest being 9 years old. Black brother killed his brother, killed his brother's children, and shot his brother's wife, the children's mother, brother's girlfriend, whatever she was, to his brother. Why? No one knows. But what I can tell you, them children didn't deserve that, and whatever the reason was, it wasn't worth all of that. But we have people within our community that look like us that's willing to do all of that. But yet you got people who have offended us and people who have violated us still walking around with no problem. Still walking around selling, signing bags of Skittles and cans of Arizona tea, making record profits, all kinds of stuff. That's what we dealing with. But yet we afraid to stand up for what needs to be stood up for. We got, we got whether she was a bear when she died, the sister that got beat up by her NFL boyfriend, the white dude, who to me makes no sense at all. But this is how it is when you're dealing with a cowardly race. See, the police they told us in the article regarding that Chad Wheeler dude. They told us that he had a bipolar episode because he wasn't taking his medication, and he told the girl to bow down to him, and when she didn't bow, he snapped and beat her up, choked her out, and when she came to, he was like, "Wow, you still alive?" She ran into the bathroom, locked herself in there, called 911. Now, of charges that he's facing, none of them are attempted murder. When he said, "Wow, you're still alive," but he's not being charged with attempted murder, just domestic violence and what was it? Incarceration or something, and something holding a person prisoner pretty much like a hostage. But none of the stuff was attempted murder, which is would have been a real heavy charge, but he didn't get that. But meanwhile, what I wanted to say was this dude was 6'7", or he's 6'7", 315 pounds. They said 310 at first, but now they saying 315. This the woman was 5'9", 145. Now, if I multiply 145 times 2, I think I get 290. So he was more than twice her weight. My 10-year-old son is 100 pounds right now, and I weigh 180. So I'm not even twice his weight. I'm not even, and I'm not as tall as over him as this 6'7" man was over this 5'9" woman. So, but to think about me whooping on my child like that, that's not even that's not even conceivable for me. But even if it wasn't my child, even if my child was a grown man talking crazy to me, let's say he was a short man and he's a 100-pound short man, I wouldn't fight no 100-pound short man talking crazy. Because that's not even right. That don't even seem right. But see, this is where we get to where we say we have human characteristics versus a beast. So we can't hold them to the same standard that we hold one another to. But at the same time, we cannot interact with them on the same level that we interact with one another. We need to reserve our love and humanity for loved ones and humans and act beastly with these beasts. That's what we really need to learn. And we have not ever been taught that. Therefore, we don't know how to act that way. Instead, we've only been taught to act like the beast because we act beastly towards black folks and we cuddle up to the beast. As far as if we don't cuddle up to them, we definitely kowtow to them. We definitely don't buck up to them on a regular basis. This is something we needed. Hey Keith, did you see that with the LeBron James thing the other day?
Was that the one with the white woman that yelled at him or some shit?
Yeah, calling him
I just followed too
"I'll
tight.
beat your ass, bitch." She told LeBron she whoop his ass and all this old mess and got kicked out the game. This is what I'm saying. These people are crazy. So you got on one hand you got it where these beasts done beat one of our sisters, damn near killed her, and then you got it where one of our top athletes, so to speak, or whatever, he get talked crazy too by one of their women. So It ain't no getting along with these beasts at all.
Why, why was she talking to him crazy? What happened? I don't know what the hell happened.
Because
The gist of it.
well, apparently, so this girl, 25 years old. She's 25 years old. She married to a 61-year-old
Oh
man,
shit.
which to me that's nasty.
I was thinking,
But
sugar daddy. He's
yeah,
61, right? He said a husband 61.
six,
Damn.
yep, 61.
You married
Her,
you married your great granddaddy. God damn.
with their last name being Carlos, so that goes that black brown coalition mess right there. Because they supposed to be Hispanic, or at least her husband's supposed to be Hispanic. His last name's Carlos, but he's had an issue with LeBron James for over 12 years. Supposedly, this is what the wife was saying. Her husband can't stand LeBron James, and he's a Hawks fan. So they was at the Hawks game,
Okay, they
and
were in Atlanta.
yeah, they were in Atlanta on courtside
Okay.
seats, and the
Okay.
husband was shooting birds and doing all kind of dumb shit to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron responded to the dude, told the dude "F you," and then the wife goes, "Don't you talk to my husband like that? I'll fuck you up, bitch." That's what the wife said, and, and she took
Well, I
her
guess
mask off.
so she
She
defended her
took her
damn.
mask. Yeah,
She defended her
she
sugar
defended.
daddy. She got to go all in.
Gotta go in for that old man. So,
Yep, you got to go all in.
because she took her mask off, that's why they kicked him out the game. Because said
Okay.
yeah. But so then she goes on YouTube, or not YouTube, Instagram. One of them, and made a video talking about she intimidated LeBron. He was scared of her. That's why they put them out. Like these people, something else, man. The
I thought
beastly
they could.
nature of these people.
I thought they wasn't allowed to come to games because of the COVID thing. I thought they wasn't allowed to in the stadium. I didn't know.
I didn't think they did either. I thought they had a fake audience out there. But see,
Yeah.
what they're gradually doing is reversing all of these restrictions for COVID, because it ain't slowing down the transmission of this virus, because the virus ain't real in the first place. So you
Uh-oh.
so
Uh-oh.
you'll see that the transmission rate is the
Hey,
same.
YouTube. That's Zoe. That's the guest. I didn't say it. They fake. They saying fake shit over there. We can't say the thing.
Oh, I'm talking about the Colt 45 virus.
All right. YouTube.
But
They went through last 2 days and demonetized and took down platform. It's crazy. Go ahead.
but I was saying, I'm interested in seeing the transmission rate prior to everybody wearing masks, and the transmission rate now that everybody wearing masks. You're gonna see that it's the same. So the mask ain't
Same
doing
thing.
nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't doing nothing. There's a bit now this. Can I go around and see people? This a great big psyop. Here we go. Hey, you gotta have your mask on. Please put your mask. Everybody walking around can't breathe with the fucking mask on, looking crazy as cat shit. This is the biggest psyop ever. Please put your mask on. I can't serve you that you got your mask. You put your mask on. Okay, please put it on your mouth. Something like you said to my put just over my mouth now, and not over my nose so I can breathe. Can you put the whole thing over your whole face? Crazy bastard.
Yeah. Not at the same time, they got a campaign for people wearing two masks. Because once you get the vaccine, you're supposed to wear two masks.
What?
You got the double mask once you get the vaccine. Yeah, you got the double mask now. That's the whole little thing now. Because you can
I ain't even
infect
heard
other
this.
people. You can infect other people now that you've been vaccinated.
Crazy
Oh
shit.
man, it's crazy.
That's right. That's crazy. Okay, we've been on here
And that
damn
was,
what, damn it 3 hours again. But
yep.
let's go.
Oh, I was just gonna say that was the reason why they had that, supposedly why they had the offense in the Tigray region in Ethiopia, because they held an election when they wasn't supposed to hold an election, and it was the reason why they wasn't supposed to hold the election was due to the Code 45. And they wanted to the
Yeah,
government tried to shut everything down because of the Code 45. So they held an election anyway to get rid of the prime minister, and the prime
yeah,
minister responded by invading that area because he ain't supposed to be
yeah.
the
That's what
prime
I
minister
heard.
no
Yeah,
more.
I heard that last night. Yeah, with Akmi Abed or whatever. They wanted to get rid of his ass. They went along with their own little election in that part of Ethiopia and shit to get rid of his ass. All right, we're gonna go and it calls mass killing, mass rape, mass dispersion of a population. So when does the cure become worse than the damn disease? Huh? If the cure is worse than the disease, you got a problem.
Yep, and there's a website, a government ran website called VEERS. You guys should check it out, VEARS. And what it shows you is the injuries
VEARS.
from the vaccine. How many people done died from this vaccine already?
Let's look that up, family. Let's do that on the network itself. So we could put a lot of stuff back on the network. I'm in the process of changing the chat room on the live stream portion so it reflects the same chat room as on the show page. So everybody getting in chat feel comfortable. A lot of stuff I'm going to be talking about on the network recently. I know I've been saying that, but I'm waiting for the guy to get done with the chat room. Once I get that up and rolling, you have to hit the link. So I really want to say what the hell I want to say. I'm tired of getting censored.
And what we talked about this previously, me and Keith family, but what censorship does is it restricts you from talking about certain things, but furthermore, it restricts your mind from conceiving these further ideas as far as solutions to these problems.
Yep. It's a police state. We're getting put in George Orwell, 1984, Animal Farm. So you know, look at how everybody's getting censored. I don't even be on Facebook. I went on Facebook just to check out. You know, they don't give us no more views on there. We don't get thousands of views. I just want to check it out. I'm gonna go like once a month. Facebook gave me a damn. I went on there with some shit I said like 3 years ago. I'm like, what is this? I didn't think it was me. I said, who is this? I ain't been on here to say none of this. I know I called people. I said something about somebody with they coon ass. I knew it was me, but it was from 3 years ago. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, this is a warning. We're gonna take down your page. Any more hate speech? Hate speech. I'm looking at. I'm
What
looking.
is it called?
When did I write this shit? It said
What
2017. I'm like, what? What comes up?
what what's that legal term for when a crime was committed a long time ago and they can't convict you for it now?
It's statutes of limitation.
It
Statute of
ain't no
limitation.
statute of limitation on Facebook.
I guess not now. I'm like 2017. I said, what are you talking about? I remember writing this shit. 2017. No, that means they just want to get rid of. They want to get rid of people. Like I said, they know what they're doing. I said 2017. I said I ain't got nobody no coon ass on no damn Facebook. That's just it. It's like April 2017. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Are you insane? Do you agree with? Do you agree? No, I don't agree. It came back and said, well, you did it. do you agree? Yeah, I said, do you agree with what I find? I said, no, I don't agree with this shit. This just came back. Since we got so many people to check, we ain't get tired of worrying about you, and we say you did it. If I ask me, do I agree with this shit there?
Did it give you a space to type out a response, or was it just yes or no? Do you agree?
It was just yes or no.
So somebody
And,
could
and,
somebody could have
so
hacked
yeah,
your
just
account or anything.
It could have. I was like, I don't remember writing nothing crazy. That's what I kept thinking. I had to count. I know they came in spikes. They don't talk like that. So, I was like, how the hell? What the hell? So I got on that shit. I'm like, what? I don't even post nothing on there. I don't write no post. If someone write a post, they take it down. I only post shit on on YouTube. I don't write no posts, and that's rare too. I don't write no posts on no damn Facebook. Until you say something. I hate speech. You said that Hannibal was black. That's hate speech. Huh? Hate speech too, because we say he's white, and we gonna stick to our lie. You hate speeching on us. You're like, damn.
Who fact checked the fact checkers? That's what I want to know. Who fact checked the fact checkers?
Remember, they had their own fake fact checkers. People didn't call them out. They fake fact checkers. What you doing? You got a totalitarian state now. That's all. You know, we're living in a totalitarian state of complete utter censorship. That's why these companies were supposed to be broken up and considered utilities. Because you can't censor people unless you're now a publisher. And if you're a publisher, now you're liable then. Can't have both ways. And so, like I said, America's a failed state. It's a failed state we're living in. It's crazy. Crazy, like, who wrote this shit? I ain't writing no shit like this. I ain't wrote nothing on Facebook in years. What is this? I ain't writing on Facebook even all last year, 2020. Like, what is this? I didn't write none of this. Who the hell I call a coon ass? I ain't even been on Facebook except for the shows going on. I ain't post nothing. I don't even look down the timeline. I don't even know what the fuck you be happening on Facebook at all. You violated hate speech. Hate speech. Because if you post them on Facebook, you better know I ain't never seen this shit. Never see me respond to it. I don't be on it. And just that when we do the show, it goes out to Facebook. We're on Facebook now doing the show. Facebook, Twitter, the other YouTube channels, the two YouTube channels, Facebook and Twitter is what we on live now, right? But I don't be over on no Facebook looking at all that shit. I said, I wonder what the numbers are doing. You know, getting 100 views, all that kind of weird shit. That's 30 views, 40 views from thousands. When a damn Facebook page don't never change. She still got like 9,000 followers for 75 years on that bitch. So I just want to see if the numbers have moved up. As soon as I tell you have hate speech. Hate speech. Yeah, I know when y'all got them YouTube. I thought I was gonna be in YouTube jail. Facebook jail. Probably am in Facebook jail. So, now I think the show's still posted on there. So, but nah, I'm going Facebook. If somebody used to post them, I'm in Facebook jail. Ain't saying nothing derogatory, nothing. Family, we're gonna wrap this up. Go ahead, Zoe.
I just want to say that what a lot of people overlook is that Facebook has the ability to spy on you. Facebook, Instagram, all of these social media apps.
They all spy on us.
Yeah, they have you consent to them accessing all of the documents on your phone just to have that app on your phone. So while you looking at Pornhub, they know that. So for real, while you looking at Pornhub, and then all of a sudden you get a bunch of friend requests from chicks that look like the ones you were looking at on Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff is not by coincidence, people.
Yep.
And more than likely, it's an agent that's sending you that friend request.
And if you're my age or older, you shouldn't have your nasty ass on Pornhub because you're gonna have prostate cancer. So no. My age and older. If you're my age and older, say no to the Pornhub. All right.
My granddaddy stay on there. My granddaddy, he's 90 years old on Pornhub. and talking to
Don't,
white girls
don't know
that's
he lying.
24 years old. I ain't lying.
Don't know
I
he
ain't lying.
lying. You tell the
My
truth.
granddaddy,
You
my
tell the
granddaddy
truth.
got problems, bruh. Yes,
You
he
tell the
down
truth, though. Get
he
out of
in
here. So you tell the
Mississippi.
truth.
He in Mississippi tricking for white girls. At the when my granddaddy be at the bar, man, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He at the bar trying to pull white girls. What are you talking about? I'm dead serious, Keith. He hit me and my brother up. Hey, I need y'all to let me hold a couple hundred so he can go and trick off with white girls. Cause my brother got a partner that work at the bar. My brother got a partner that work at the bar. My granddaddy be going to. He up in there with them tight plaid pants on, trying to holler at girls with his leg kicked up on the stool. Yeah,
How old is he? How old is he? How's he go?
90 years
There you
old.
go. There you go. Don't get the vaccine. Granddaddy's old shirt. He's good to
I
go.
told him don't get no vaccine. Your ass gonna be up out of here quicker than them young hoes gonna kill you.
90 years old, living his best life. That's what's up.
Yep.
All right, what's up?
And
On Pornhub.
he be gone
Hey,
so much. That's the crazy thing, Keith. I was the one that told him that he could access pornography on his phone. He ain't know nothing about it.
First thing that you old. Too old, you messed that man up. My 9 years old go, whoa, 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 whoa. What's that? There's kitties on this thing.
He like, hold up. I can put in any race, anything. You know,
Oh, man.
my granddad got
Oh,
like
funny.
5 families, y'all. See, he was in the Korean War. He had a family in Okinawa. He left them and
Damn.
came to he left them and then he started a
Oh,
family with
oh,
my grandmama.
oh, oh. He got Japanese family.
Yes, man. He had like seven
Damn.
kids in Okinawa. 7 kids in Okinawa. He left them like it wasn't nothing. He when the war was over, he left them and ain't never went back to see them or nothing.
God damn it. Hey, as old granddad was a true Rolling Stone. God damn.
Yeah.
Did they find you guys? Did they find you
Uh,
guys?
well, no, I never came across him, but I asked him what happened to him. He told me another GI married a mama and brought him to California after he left Okinawa. So they somewhere in California, but I don't know who those people are at all.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And
You
but
never
I
want to
what
hear
I
their
do
names or nothing?
I asked them their names. I don't think he even remembered their names. And this the crazy thing. I I was telling my dad and my uncles about it. They didn't even know they
Yeah.
had siblings. They didn't even know they had siblings. Hey, and then this the crazy thing. So
Oh,
he be out running the streets so much all the time. You know what I'm saying? That what he did eventually, my grandmother is now senile. He done made her, you know, she done lost her
oh no.
mind trying to keep up with him. She done lost her mind. You know what I mean? So
Man.
now she just asks you the same stuff over and over. She was like, "Hey, how you doing? How your mama? Hey, how you doing? How your mama? Hey, how you doing?"
That ain't funny. I ain't trying to love your grandma. That ain't even funny. That ain't right.
Yeah, but I know
And,
we all know what made her get like that. It was him. He made her get like that.
damn.
Yep.
Well, at least he's taking care of her, ain't
Well, yeah, I mean, he
he?
bring money home or whatever he doing. You know what I'm saying? So but he got like two other families in the same city. You know, he got like two other
Damn.
families. He got
I'm
children
saying,
younger than me.
did your grandmother know that?
No, don't nobody know that. My dad and them don't know that. The only reason I know he got another family is because one day I seen him at the grocery store with him. I'm like, Papa,
Oh,
what you doing? I'm like, Papa, what you doing? He like, boy, go on over there.
Zoe wasn't smashed or hurt or nothing. Damn. I'm over with my
Yeah,
other
man.
family, boy. I'm over with my real family. You shut up before you mess it up.
Yeah. No, there somewhere, boy. Be quiet. Like, oh man.
God damn. I can
Yeah.
imagine his own face like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, man. I'm like,
What?
I think about I think about how much generational wealth he done pissed off chasing
He
his
pissed
dick.
off.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Chasing his dick with these
yeah,
dick. Yeah, cause I'm like,
yeah.
man, I don't want to be like that. I do not want to be like that. And my dad is in the same footsteps as his dad. My dad lived just like his dad, doing the same stuff. And it's crazy because you can see how the genetics break down from generation to generation. Because my grandpa, if you look at him, you'll think he probably 50 some years old, and he be running the
Okay, so
streets
look
and
young.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my dad look his age. He look tired. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same stuff my grandpa do because his body ain't made the same way to keep up with all that.
Wow. I told you stop trying to hang in with your daddy, boy.
Hey, can't kick it with the big dogs. Get it back on the porch.
Strange kid coming so, you my brother, man. you, you my, you my, you my uncle. Some shit. No, I'm your uncle. That's your granddad. I'm your uncle. Some kid be 12 years old. So, I'm your uncle, man. You want lollipops though? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Oh man, I love that. That shit great. Like, we'll be quiet, boy. It's my whole other family shit. He said it was another one, but this one, there's another one beside that one too.
Yeah, 'cause he got one on each side. He got one on one side of the city, one on the other side, and the one with my grandma right in the middle of the city.
God
So
damn.
yeah. And
God
then
damn.
my same grandpa, he grew up on a Chickasaw reservation. His mom was Chickasaw, right? So his
Okay.
his brother's name was Uncle Snoop. We called him Uncle Snoop. And this dude drunk himself blind. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
drunk himself blind, Keith. And we
God
used to go over
damn.
to his house because he was blind. So my granddad used to have to go over there to take care of his brother and stuff. Whatever needed
Yeah.
to be done. The whole house smelled like piss because he would just piss wherever he had. When he had to piss, he would just go over to the
Yeah.
corner and piss. And he couldn't see
Uh.
where to go, so he just piss anywhere. You know what I mean? I was just like, this is crazy. And he kept drinking, kept on drinking till he died. Just drunk himself to death. So
Damn.
yeah.
Oh man. Look, those are the kind of shows that's the kind of stuff you gotta do. So that's the kind of stories you gotta tell, man. Good God, that's a book, God damn it. That's a book. That's a crazy ass book there, Jacket. That truth right there is stranger than fiction. Yeah, I grew up, loved my granddad, found out motherfucker had another family across town. That's their granddad. Hey man, I still love and I'm not gonna tell him about that. I found him motherfucker had another goddamn family.
And really, my grandmother was a victim of the eugenics program. I thought I had told y'all about that on some shows
Nah.
previously, where she went in for a gynecological checkup, and they gave her a hysterectomy without her even requesting one because she had
That's
too
what they were
many
talking about
children.
they done. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
they
they said
said
they
she
do.
had too
Yeah,
many children. They said she
yeah.
had too many
Oh,
children, so they went ahead and sterilized her, forced sterilized her without her permission or even
yeah,
knowing what they was doing. Yep. And
yeah.
she didn't get
Yeah, but
damn penny from the government, damn penny from no state, no federal, no nothing. And
we
I was
talked about
talking,
that, but you never said that about you never said your grandma was
yeah.
one of them.
Well, this takes it
Wow,
full
God
circle. So I was
damn.
talking to my grandpa
Wow,
about it, Keith, and
yeah.
this why he said he cheated. He said he cheated because after they did that to her, he said it didn't feel the same when they would be intimate because they took out all
Oh
her
man,
insides. They took it all out.
inside,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh shit, man, that's a story for you to go tell, man. That right there, that's a story you need to go and write the title and go and tell that shit right there. Wow. We talked about that. I didn't know that was. we had talked about that, yeah, but we didn't. I don't think you mentioned your grandmother then. I don't believe, because I would have
Yeah,
remembered that.
that was back. That was back when Lou was on the show. I did, but it was just in
Okay.
passing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah, it probably wasn't like it hit different now, goddamn. It different shit. What? And see, that's what I'm talking about. This stuff, these bastards, this shit still affects our lives. So it's not no damn all these generations away when we talking about the medical apartheid that these people have done against us. His grandmother, and we were talking about that. And I must have not heard was over when Lou was on the show then as well. I must just passed me by. But that's what he's talking about. They were giving forced hysterectomy to black women because they were trying to shorten the numbers of children that they were having.
Yeah.
All kind of wicked ass shit. Then your grandfather, yeah.
And then you fast forward to 2021, and one of the side effects of the shot is sterilization in men.
Yeah.
So they still trying to slow down our population growth through any and every means necessary.
Wow, that is crazy. That's 1 degree of separation from medical experiments right there. Was up 1 degree of separation. It was mom and them to his grandmother. 1 degree. That's crazy as cat shit. Then your dad, then your grandfather, they destroyed his woman.
Yeah.
God, imagine the conversation they probably had. He probably didn't want to hurt her feelings or nothing, not tell her, didn't feel the same. Your insides are gone, wow. I'm get this other coochie across town.
And it's crazy because my granddad don't be sharing this stuff. He never shared this stuff because nobody never sat down and asked him. I'm like, how come you never told? How come you never told my dad that he has siblings in Japan? He like, oh, they never asked me, so I never told him. I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
I know some people say crazy shit like that. What do you mean? But they never asked me, so I never told. I said, you think that was prevalent information? Your children need to know that they had siblings that were half Japanese. You think they should have known that shit? They're right. Nah, they never asked me shit. My damn life, I don't know. God dang. Oh, it's crazy. Well, fam, I'm gonna wrap this up and say much love. Hopefully Zoe go live on himself and put some of that shit down. That shit is fascinating. Man, shit. Wow. Damn. So goddamn Japanese uncles and aunts around this bitch.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
They probably some old black hating mulattoes out there in California somewhere. My daddy abandoned my mama. My daddy abandoned my mama. Niggas ain't no good.
I was about to say, they gonna say they abandoned. They about to say, you see, grandmama let my mama do all that hard work, and some nice GI married and still brought to California. And he had nothing to do with us. All these no good trifling niggas are. Just to have all these babies and leave them nobody, no responsibility. How they feed us, but we still made it. So damn his no good ass. Right. All right, that do cause shit like that.
Yeah.
You be bitter, man. You grew up without your dad, you bitter, you just disappeared. Your mama said, well, I never did nothing wrong to me, just never came back. And what do you mean? What do you mean never came back? Baby, he just never came back. What'd you do, mama? I ain't do nothing. He just never came back. Did he say bye? No, he never said nothing. He knew you had all these kids. Of course he knew you. Damn. Yeah, so the kid is left all fucked up in the head. I know my daddy didn't want me. He didn't even ask about us. Never came to see us. Never gave a damn. Damn these no good Negroes. I'm Japanese, damn it. Get that black shit.
Yeah.
They'll be extra Japanese, Jack. They ain't gonna be like that. Oh, what's that tennis girl name? Osaka, something shit.
Oh yeah, the young girl.
Yeah, at least she acknowledges black people and cares about black because her daddy was there, was loving and shit. So she has a affinity for black people. Not so goddamn Japanese aunts and goddamn uncles. Damn these niggas, I'm Japanese, damn it. And they know, tell their kids, don't you marry no, don't you date no niggas. Don't you date none of these niggas at all. At all.
I,
I throw your ass out the house.
I wouldn't be
Throw
surprised
your
if
ass out.
one of his daughters changed her name to Kamala, marry a white man.
Shit, I'm pretty
now
sure
she
all Americans
VP.
got a white man. Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Pretty sure they meant some kind of white man, Asian, something like that. So, granddaddy, you want to go see and care about these still? You 90-something years old, man. That man, that's a hard brother there. Shit.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, man, your funeral gonna be a damn clown show, boy. That's what I was telling him. I'm like, your damn funeral gonna be a mess right there, man.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
I ain't gonna be
I'll be
there.
dead.
That's
Yeah, I'll
it. I
be
ain't
dead.
gonna be there.
Exactly. I can be dead.
That's just like
Oh,
I
man.
put my granddad down for my business partner on my farm because
All right.
um
That's what's
with
up.
with with his veteran status and all that, I can be
Yeah, it was
open for
made.
more
Yeah,
loans and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it was made to
man,
say, yeah.
we had this loan. It was already done. We was approved and everything, but because he was
Man,
my
that's what's
business
up.
partner, we had to do some verification in order to for everything to be finally done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you had to
So
prove his Indian status.
all of that, yeah, and he was who he was, date of birth,
Yeah.
last name, all of that. So we get him on the phone, me and the loan guy get him on the
Loan
phone,
officer.
and
Mm-hmm.
all the questions was multiple choice, right? So
Yeah.
my granddad ain't used to multiple choice. He didn't grow up in that generation where you got A, B, C, or D. So
Yeah.
the dude's like, I'm gonna ask you multiple choice questions, and if it's neither one of them, you say D, none of the above. Okay, so it was only
Uh-huh.
three questions. He says, first question, my granddad's last name is Robinson. He says,
Mm-hmm.
which one of these last names are you affiliated with? He goes, Roberts, Roebuck, Robbins, and then my granddad holler, Robbins, Robbins. My last name is Robinson, Robinson. But the dude said Robbins. He didn't say Robinson. And that got us disqualified right there for the loan, man.
Damn.
I was like, doggone it, Paw Paw. Listen. But it was over with by then. So I was like, God.
Uh, That's some
Yeah,
funny ass
man.
shit.
And ever since then, he called me up every 2 weeks or so. What's up with the money? What's up with that
What?
loan?
Granddad, we lost the loan.
I'm
We
like, it's
lost the loan,
over.
Granddad.
It's over. He go, "Oh, I need a
We
little
lost the
bit
loan.
of that change. I need a little bit of that change to take one of my friends out.
Oh, shit. God
Yeah,
damn.
man.
90 years old, man. Good. God bless him. That's hilarious. This shit me a chance to take with my friend. And then you messed up the loan. It was multiple questions. You start giving your answers. No.
And then,
All
and
right,
then
family. Let me let's go.
the loan
Go
manager
ahead, please.
blamed me. You know your grandpa came here. You should have answered for him. I'm like, man, no. All right, y'all. I'm gonna
All right,
let y'all
y'all. Much
go.
love. Oh, always don't put some of these stories down, man. These things are priceless. These are
Oh, I
priceless,
will.
Jack.
I
So,
will.
much love to the fam. Um, and everybody have a good night. I might be back on here tonight. I don't know. I'm not gonna promise. Y'all get on, man. I'm not gonna promise. My voice is messed up. We've been on 3.5 hours. So, say much love to the fam. Much love to Zoe. Peace, love, and light, family. Um, if I haven't got everybody for the Tanzania trip, let me know who I forgot. Hit me up at kcnewsome15@gmail.com and I'll get you squared away. It's been a wonderful time. I seen Brother Go Black to Africa was at the same place today. Those houses that were for sale, I was telling BOB about properties for sale over there in Zanzibar, Tanzania. I seen Brother Go Black to Africa was there today to talk to the very black woman who's over building assignments. It's like wonderful condos out there. So when we get there, we're going to go to them too. We're going to go and do a little story about those condos on both parts of Zanzibar that Americans are allowed to own and live in. Like I said, I think Mama Sharon has already purchased her one. So with that, family, I'm saying much love to the family. Everybody take care of themselves, and I'll talk to everybody later. Peace, love, and light. And shout out to those 90-year-old granddad, man. That man balling to my God. Having families everywhere, Jeff. Imagine no granddad walking around with a kimono on.
He's in the special forces, and I'm sure it got something to do with pelvic force.
So much love, family, and we out. Peace, family. Peace, y'all. Out.
Peace.